farmer, friend, singer-songwriter, Lyle Strickland.
And that's farmer, friend, and jack of all trades, Chris Horn.
And we're those Tastebud guys.
I think it's working. I hope it's working.
I can hear in the other room.
There's a delay in the other room.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see if I can hear us talking.
Hey, I can hear us
All right,
talking.
we must be working now.
Hey guys, how's it going?
My phone started going off the second we did it.
Yeah, well that's how it works. Welcome to our 2022 booze review, annual review.
In 23.
In 2023, and actually of ways into it, because time is nothing but past, present, and future on a single dot, and we don't know where we're at.
Well, we wanted to do this like the first week of January, and things got crazy and we couldn't, so we was going to do it last week, and we had issues with the streaming thing. That didn't work out, so we pushed it to this week, and here we are. So,
but I think we might have I'm probably going to jinx it if I say this. Maybe a more stable streaming option now. Think possibly have it figured out.
You got so much crap sitting in front of you, dude.
I got a ton of stuff sitting in front of me.
Anyhow, this one's going to be a long one, guys. Buckle in, settle down, get you a drink, and get on the chats. Join us. We'll give you guys a little chance to get around here before we get rolling, but we're going to go over all of our high, lows, favorites, and dislikes, and all of that for last year, which admittedly was a hard pull this year because we didn't do that much in this last year. We did more physical work on the building than we did actual work that you guys could see. So we'll be addressing all of that. We're also just going to have a few drinks, talk for a while, chat with you guys, probably hang out here for maybe an hour or so. We'll see how we feel. Depends if we get drunk enough. We might still be here tomorrow.
That's fair.
We may all be calling in sick.
I'm going to start with something that's not on this year's list at all, but this bottle has been sitting around for quite a while, and I think it needs to go.
May I ask you something? Where's the, since I can barely see that, can you see chat? Oh, it's up top. I see it now.
Yeah, that's me.
Well, that's weird. So you get like a chat screen, and we got a new thing. You get a chat screen, and you get to see the video, like why is there two sets of videos?
Apparently there's like a staging situation. I can bring something up to stage it, and then I can transition it.
Make it live. Oh, that's pretty cool.
But I don't know how to work any of it yet.
All right, so what are you drinking to start off with?
So, this bottle I just was going through the shelf trying to figure out what we wanted to pull down. This bottle has been with us, I almost think, probably our first year at least, if not right at the very beginning. Rocktown, Arkansas Barley. This thing has had plenty of time to aerate. It needs to be gone. This was one that I actually enjoyed from them.
We can get another bottle of that. Just to run down there. Maybe this weekend we'll run down and grab another one.
Oh, we're going to be down there, yeah. This one, what was the hickory one was the one I didn't like. But there was another one that
loved that one.
The chocolate malt, that was the one.
That one was
that bottle,
one of our favorites.
That bottle's been gone a long time.
Yeah, that was a really good bottle. I'm actually drinking Hendrick's Neptuna right now.
I mean, you started out with gin?
No, I started out with a couple whiskeys. I'm now to gin, transitioning back to whiskey. Anyways.
All right. Let's just barrel into this thing.
All right, you guys, as we go through these categories, if you get a chance, go ahead and put your comments down there. The things, I guess, doesn't even necessarily have to be things that we did this year. If you got one that we did, great. But if you don't, you just got a favorite thing that you had, or a least favorite thing that you had this year in each one of these categories, put it in the comments down below, or put it in the comments right now, or however you're doing if you're watching this before or after
just
live.
Just try to keep it to something you had new in the last year.
Yeah.
Not something you've had time and time again.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
So, something you tried for the first time this year. We're doing anything that we released on video from January 1 to December 31 in 2022. Now, we may have filmed it in 2020 or 2021, sorry. Yeah. And or we may have drank it and not released it, in which case it won't be on the list. So
hard thing for us is we did so many wonderful things that the cards got messed up or the camera was messed up. We've had a rough year.
We did.
But,
how many episodes do you think we just scrapped looking back at them and realizing they was screwed up?
I mean,
and
I bet we probably scrapped 50.
Okay, I was going to guess 30. So we're
Yeah.
somewhere in that 30 to 50 range of episodes that we now have to go back and try to shoot.
Darn!
Yeah. So
Oh God, we have to drink it again. No.
there's a couple of them I wouldn't drink again. We'll get to
that's
that.
fair. All right, let's talk about your favorite thing of the past year that we did in the show or happened in the show or the studio.
Okay, me going first?
Yeah, go for it.
My favorite thing we did this last year was the Choose Your Own Adventure episode.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. That was fun.
Then, of course, yeah, and if we're talking about episode-wise, that was the funnest thing I think we did. If we're talking about...
That was the two blueberry beers, right?
No, that was the banana liqueur and the... what was the other thing we had that was really disgusting?
Oh, man.
It's still here somewhere. I don't remember what it was. Banana liqueur and some kind of...
Wicked pickle?
No, it was something we hated though. But I don't remember what it was. It was some flavored something. Anyways, if you're talking about something in the more meta, I would say watching the channel grow, the studio expansion,
Yeah.
and
That's
before we stalled out.
the studio expansion has been kind of taking over everything. We're almost done. Almost done. Where we can have you down.
Yeah, if this stream thing wasn't so wonky and so new, we'd get a phone and go walk around and show you. But that's okay. It's still a mess right now, so if you wait about 3 weeks, we'll do another live. Maybe next month's live. We're going to try to do a live at least once a month.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do a walkthrough and show you what we got done. It's a pretty cool hangout now, or will be. And
Kira's
obviously
joining us.
You guys are very welcome to come hang out with us.
Yeah. Kira's joining us on Facebook.
Oh,
Our
nice.
good friend
Hi,
Kira. I believe we have a bottle of Kira's tequila up here that she was like, I would like that back at some point, and it's just stayed here, but we have not drained it.
Oh,
I have taken a
I
few.
thought the keyword was head. All right, what is your favorite thing of the past year?
Favorite thing, well, the studio stuff is huge for us, and
We spend a lot of time here.
I legitimately think that getting the space organized and sort of more comfortable, we kind of plan to hit it hard this year. Just go straight to the wall with it. But my favorite thing of last year...
Somebody tag Rocktown in our comments.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tell them we're talking about them.
And yeah, we need to go get some. We will shortly. My favorite thing was trying Racia for the first time.
Well, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good thing.
And actually, we got a message from the folks over at Manic.
Did we?
And we got an email from somebody. I think they said, "I'm friends with the
Oh yeah.
friends with the person that owns it," which I think is a gal, if I'm remembering right. And they said, I'm friends with the person that owns it, and let me get you in touch with them so you can learn how to say it properly.
Which is the nicest way we've ever been told that you're screwing it all up. I wish we was doing my favorite things right now. You know what my favorite thing of the year so far is? We had a comment the other day that said, "Love the beard, I'm subbed."
I saw
And
that,
I had
yeah.
to go back and I'm like, oh, I don't remember who had the beard in this episode. I had to watch it again. I was like,
Yeah.
I almost always have one, but there was a stretch that I also shaved mine off to give a reset, and I'm like, I don't remember if I had a beard
I'm just shocked. I'm shocked. Shocked, I tell you, that there aren't more comments that say I subbed because of the stash. No one likes the stash.
because that's the opposite of that. All right, most exciting things coming up. What do you got?
These beautiful bottles right in front of us. Something I've just been
All right, we're going there right now, huh?
itching to get into.
All right, let's talk about it.
So, Hochatown, I think is how we say it. Hochatown? Hochatown?
What I know for sure is it's a ch sound on the CH, and I think it's Hochatown.
Hochatown.
And I say that because I called the
Chamber of Commerce or something?
Yeah, but it was the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce, but they apparently handle Hochatown's area. And
Broken Bow's
she was like, it's Hochatown. And
close
I said,
enough.
okay. I've been saying Hockatown or Hokatown, so Hotchatown.
Yeah.
And if they're wrong, it's Hochatown. We're gonna hear about it.
So these folks sent us these bottles
Call
and
back the Better Business Bureau
called to
or Chamber. Of Commerce.
they sent us these to taste and see what we thought. But honestly, I did not expect 4 bottles.
No, and we got one super special.
I damn sure didn't expect the bottles to look this good. These bottles. What's that? Oh, Tommy. That's who it is. Tommy. Yeah. Tyler's
Which
in the
one
next
you
room.
got? There's a bonded in here somewhere. You got it?
Small batch and
Bottled and bond.
we
waited a long time to get to. They want us to have us.
Yeah.
Tommy, want us to have us want to try, and we're so excited. And we've been telling them we're going to do the first year, so these are probably some of the next things we're getting ready to cut. We kicked it around doing it tonight, but we couldn't find the notes for them. We thought Tyler had them, and Tyler got here and was like, "No, they're in your phone." We emailed them to you, and turned out it wasn't my phone; it was Miles' phone. But you know what? We're going to do them next week.
I think that's on Tyler for sending it to the most irresponsible person in the group.
It's probably true. Dang it, Tyler!
No, but I love the color of these bottles, and I'm just super excited. I love small batch distillers that do everything like grain to glass kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
here's our buddy.
We loved having Woodhead in there doing that stuff for us, and now with Hochatown or Hotchatown here, we're going to be equally happy to have them on front and center for a while.
Tyler's just glaring at the camera. I think.
I don't know what he's doing.
What are you getting? What are you pouring?
You told me to try this.
The Cedar Ridge Wheated. Yeah, that's a good one.
Anyways, yes, I am very much looking forward to that. And the bottles are so pretty. The color is so nice. Guys, if these are bad, I'm going to be so disappointed. Because there's no way I'm going to be able to go, that's good. If they're good, you're going to know it. Because if they're not, I'm going to be just ridiculously disappointed.
Tommy McDaniel, though, thanks for the hookup, dude.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We did get, I will say, like, we do get quite a few bottles sent our way. And everything always has a place for someone. But we did get some stuff this year that maybe wasn't right up our alley. When we open these, we won't just it won't just be a absolute, oh my God, automatic, this is amazing, unless it truly is.
Yeah, if we love it,
amazing.
we love it.
Yeah.
So when we had Wood Hat up here, we was not kidding. We love Wood Hat. We still love Wood Hat. Can't wait to get them back in there. If we didn't like it, we'd tell you we didn't like it.
Yeah.
That being said, now that you said that, and I'm getting ready to say what I'm looking forward to, I'm surprised we didn't switch them. It's odd that I didn't say I'm looking forward to opening these because
Really?
what I'm looking forward to, thanks for asking, was adding to the channel in the upcoming
What are you,
years.
my wife?
Are getting back into podcasting and music. And adding those back into our channel this year is something
that's
I'm looking for.
That's kind of part of the studio expansion. We had Kimmy Most on not that long ago.
Partially.
And Heather Steika.
Right over his head.
Heather Steika. What? Most. I get you. Yeah. I get you. Yeah. I'm there. Heather Steika from Chicago is coming in. Actually,
I didn't think Chicago had any females in the group.
Just keep messing with me.
I will, man. Keep talking.
She's coming in Thursday, and we're gonna cut an episode with her, or at least a music thing. But yeah, we're gonna start having some more folks come in and do some more music. I just this afternoon heard that Mean Mary's gonna make it her way back through. So
I'm so tickled about that. That'll be fun because she got to see it back when it was
Yeah.
still tiny and a little mess. And
Yeah.
now it'd be really different when she comes back in.
But yeah, and
And
we're,
I love a girl that plays a banjo.
Mean Mary's great.
She
She's
is very cool.
insanely good. Yeah, and then we're set up for podcasting, so we might actually get back to Man Shaping a little bit, maybe a couple of other podcasts. Who knows? The possibilities are endless.
Yep, and with the music put back in there, it gives us more outlets and more content to put out there. So if maybe drinking isn't your thing, weirdo, then maybe you might like to do
Hey, Jeremy.
some of this stuff.
Jeremy says, "Do we need someone for music?" We always, Jeremy. We just need your presence here. We
Yeah, I was just saying we really do. That's the truth.
just miss you,
Tyler, if
bud.
you're keeping notes, not besides tagging Rocktown, tag Hokatown, Hochatown,
Hotchatown.
Hotchatown.
I tried to find them, they weren't pulling up.
Yeah, whatever.
Let's talk about our beer for
Okay.
the year. We didn't
Let's get
have
to what everybody came for.
a lot of beer this year,
right.
but what we did have was some interesting stuff.
Beer?
Beer. I've already opened mine, so...
Not.
Oh, the Bush Apple.
Limited edition Bush Apple.
Yeah, I was going to say, you
This is rare.
trooper. How is it?
Old.
I don't think Bush should be aged much. We might need to just have a party and kill that one.
Tyler, tag Bush in our... Actually, you might tag Springfield Bruco, though.
Yeah, I'm drinking the Green Ghost IPA, which I have to say, Springfield Brewing Company, Springfield, Missouri, has just come so far the last few years. The beer there has just gotten insanely good, right? I mean,
It's... So...
we love all the Springfield breweries.
I
All of them.
always hate to admit this on
But-
camera, but I've said it before, so I'm going to just go ahead and say it right now. Springfield Brew Co. used to not be my favorite brewery. There were a couple beers that they had out at the time was not something I absolutely loved.
Yeah.
And so I didn't go for a long time. And I will also, while I'm talking about it, I will say White River was in that same camp as well. They just didn't make stuff that fit my palate. Since then, I think their stuff is phenomenal. They are my two favorite breweries to go to, and I'm blown away every time I go back in Springfield Broco now. Because Broco?
I think it should be Broku.
Broco. SBC. Broco, they've got so much more stuff in there now, and I'm just tickled to death. And actually, to answer your question, this apple's still just as good as it was. Freaking this stuff's so damn good. It's
Bush-
ridiculous. I cannot believe.
Can I have a sip of that? Is it? I just haven't had it in so long.
Believe I choose at the end of the year to pick up a Bush Apple.
It is good. It is tasty.
Stupid.
It's kind of like remember the natty strawberry lemonade.
Yeah, I did get burnt out on that one though. That one was fine for a bit, and then I was done.
I think there at least was one rolling around in the fridge. It's got to be so terrible by
If
now.
there is, we're going to take it out and just shoot it. That's like years old at this point.
All right, so
Okay,
years old. What did we do this year?
All
Let's go through the beer that we had. I didn't have
All
a
right.
full list because we didn't do that much.
third favorite beer,
Yes.
Zombie Dust.
Really? Okay. All right. Yeah.
You're right, we didn't do a lot of beers, so my beer list is a little jaded because it's really hard to find stuff when you didn't do a lot of them. But Zombie Dust was pretty decent. It was dry. It was fun, cool labeling. I drank the whole beer. It was good beer. What about you for number 3?
My third one was the Sagatuck Blueberry Maple Stout, which was so delicious. And the only reason it made my third and not my second or first was that it was amazing the first time I had it. And then I had it a couple more times, and it was like so shocking the first time. I think that's what really won me over.
And we did 2 of the blueberries back to back or something.
We did it. We did
two
a
maple ones or something.
We did a blueberry milkshake IPA
Yeah, that was it.
from Lost 40, I think.
Was it Lost 40? I thought not the one I brought back from Tennessee.
It might have been Tennessee. I can't.
I don't remember as well, but
But it was the blueberry maple stout was absolutely phenomenal. It's just one of those things where it's like it was so flavor.
it really was good. To the point, I'll go ahead and jump to my number 2 favorite, which was a Sagatuck Blueberry Maple Stout.
Nice.
All the same reasons.
Uh-huh.
It's so good. It's so good. What's your number 2?
My number 2 was the Digital Love from Lively Brewing.
That was a good one.
I think it was a chocolate raspberry, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a raspberry or cherry, but yes,
Cherry, one of those two.
something. And it was also very good.
I'm a sucker for like chocolate and sharp, sharp fruit.
that sharp fruit is. Oh,
Yeah.
man, them are so good. I'm to the point. I think last year or the year before, whatever.
the Flying Buffalo.
Last year was that was still one of the best. beers
Flying
I've ever had in
Buffalo,
my life.
Michigan. Oh my God.
Um,
So good.
my number 1 was actually Moon Man from New Glarus.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't think we did that last year. I forgot. I thought we did all the New Glarus stuff the year before, but I forgot. Jared went up and got us some Moon Man, got us New Glarus in general, brought it back, and Moon Man made this year. And New Glarus just beats a lot of stuff hands down. The guys know their stuff, and girls know their stuff.
Moon Man made my list, but I scratched it out.
Okay.
And it's purely because New Glarus makes beers that are... It's like what I used to love about Boulevard, and I still love Boulevard. But everything New Glarus makes is like... It's the best it can be for everybody.
I agree.
It's just a great beer all around. Everyone loves it. It has a little something for everyone, but it doesn't
there may be stuff you like better, but no one's going to hate this beer.
Exactly. It doesn't lean in one direction, but love Moon Man.
Snorting in this day. My nose is so dry. I don't mean to be snorting in the microphone.
It's okay. There's tons of compression, so it's really loud. My favorite beer of the year is Zombie Dust, but I have an affinity for Zombie Dust because I used to tour up through Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, and Zombie Dust was one of those things, almost a New Glarus level thing, where it's like you can't get Zombie Dust everywhere. So, which I think is Three Floyds, if I'm not mistaken. Three Floyds Brewing. Anyway,
that don't sound right, but I'm not going to argue because I don't remember.
You know what? Hey, Jeremy asked if blueberry beer mixes well with white carpet. That's a frustrating moment from my past.
Stop dating albinos. That was probably offensive to somebody. I'm sorry if we have an albino viewer out there.
I think it is. I was right.
All right, you were right. So I noticed you don't have an honorable mention on your list. So can I assume Moon Man is your
Moon Man was probably
I'm gonna blow your mind with my honorable mention for the year.
Oh no!
Would you care to take a guess at what my honorable mention could possibly be
for beer?
Yeah.
I
think our list almost lined up. We just flipped them.
I mean, I gotta say the Beast.
No, but you're really close. I went with Miller Lite.
Did we do Miller Lite on the show?
Working Man series.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
That has been the most... So, our buddy Colby, that's his favorite beer, by a long shot. And I used to make fun of him a lot because, it's just a basic beer. But dude, I got to tell you, it is the most go-to beer
I would make fun of
all year long. And I'll still make fun of Colby.
For years, I've just have not gotten the sports team mentality of I drink Bud Light, I can't stand Miller Lite, and vice versa. I'm like, they're all light beers, they're all bad, and they all taste like water. How can you taste anything different between them? I agree with you. Miller Lite has become
the best light beer.
Wonderful palate cleanser. It's an easy drinker, but it's not. It still has something going on. It's not like Coors Light to me is too light. Bud Light has its own
I don't like
thing
Coors
going
Light
on.
That well, or Bud Light.
You know what's weird is that I don't.
But I tell you what I do. If I'm gonna go and just buy cheap beer and I'm gonna get a case of it, Keystone Ice.
Keystone Ice.
That's my go-to.
Keystone Ice.
Crap
Love
beer.
it. I also like Miller High Life, and I also like Bud Heavy. Bud Heavy's a good one.
Bud Heavy, I like Coors Banquet.
Yeah, Banquet's, that's all right.
All right, let's get to the worst beer, and then we'll stop and see if we got some comments and stuff.
The worst beer.
The worst beer of the year. Mine was an easy one. Our 24-day advent calendar, if you went to there, we did a hazelnut stout, was hands down the absolute thing. Matter of fact, for those of you guys that remember, I dumped a beer in the floor a few years ago. I would say this is worse than that. This, hands down, is the worst beer I've ever drank in my life. And it was a hazelnut stout from, what was that brewery?
Oh, gosh.
You'd think we'd know we did 24 days of it.
I'm scared to mention them. I don't want to mention them because
tag them all you want. I think it was terrible. I ain't afraid to make them mad, but don't make you think I want to drink.
I know that they were 15 miles from New Glarus.
Right next to New Glarus.
Something like that.
That was me. What do you got?
My worst beer was the entire month of Christmas. There was a couple of beers that that I liked out of there, but I didn't like them that much. And honest to God, over the entire thing of it, it was just not good.
Yeah, that'll be good.
What are you doing?
I'm getting us viewers.
Oh,
I'm getting snaps and chats from people that are watching us live, and then somebody that isn't watching us live. Then I'm like, why aren't you watching us live?
oh, is the stream going okay? Are we still live?
The inbox says we are.
Okay, that's all I need to
Tyler,
know.
are we still going live in there? Yeah. Okay.
Hey!
Tyler says he's in the other room
This
watching
is
us.
kind of a record that a stream has gone this
Nothing's
long,
dropped.
and like the signal hasn't dropped, nothing. Let's move on to Scotch.
I haven't finished my beer yet. But all right, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I haven't finished my beer at all. We didn't do very many Scotches this year, and maybe you are.
So we should pause right here and just say we didn't do very much of anything this year. It was really tough to go through and choose stuff because we recorded a lot, we didn't release a lot, so it was really, really tough.
It's almost like we got too drunk to edit the episodes and keep the
didn't.
cameras running, and
We didn't.
yeah, that's true. Well, but you also don't run the cameras or edit.
Nobody runs our cameras, guys. It's just literally hanging from the ceiling.
It's hanging from the ceiling now because we've got our stuff together. I only had a couple Scotches that I saw on our list that we did. My big surprise.
Send this to you. Can you put it in the stream?
I don't know. Probably not. If it's through a text message, no.
No, I'll just email it to you.
Email, maybe. I don't know
Well,
how
I'll
to.
try it, and we can figure it out if you can or not.
Okay.
Go ahead. Keep talking.
Dewar's. I hated Dewar's for so long. Dewar's was one of the first Scotches that I ever had. I had Johnny Walker and then Dewar's. And
Why is that?
this year we had Dewar's. Dewar's 15, I think, actually, was the one. And it was quite good.
Never mind. I'm texting it to you. You can email it to yourself because my email's being ridiculous.
Crazy.
Yeah. Anyhow, then you guys can see what we're looking at. All right. Dewar's was your third favorite?
Yes.
Which one?
I think it was the 15 that we did with Jared.
Jared from Coffee.
Coffee, yeah.
Yeah.
Jared Coffee. Coffee,
Coffee.
Audio Roast.
Audio Roast, yes. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of the name of the podcast. Okay, well, my third favorite Scotch was the Dewar's.
I was wondering what was going on back there. It sounded like someone was getting like hacked up out there.
Yeah,
I'll take
I
a
want
mule.
one.
Yeah.
I want a mule.
Mules all around.
Mosk, vodka, tequila, or whiskey?
Whiskey or tequila?
Tequila.
Tequila it is.
Okay.
Choose wisely. Do not touch the Clase Azul.
My third. That's getting the cheap. Actually, you can use Cuervo for all I care. My third favorite is Dewar's as well, but it was the Dewar's rum flavor, or rum age, rum cask, whatever you call it.
I didn't find those episodes released. I knew we do that. I know we put them out.
They're on because that's how I pulled my list.
Okay.
I know they're on there.
Well,
I
then-
pulled my list by going through.
Then I totally just missed them, and I will add some stuff to my list per memory.
Okay. So what's your second?
The Dewar's Japanese barrel.
What's that?
I didn't expect that one. I think that's the one. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be anything special, and it was amazing. I thought that it was going to be... I thought it was redundant to have a Japanese whiskey aged.
So I agree with you, and I also have it as my second pick the Dewar's Japanese because I also thought it was pretty freaking good for what it was. Not going to say there isn't a lot better scotches out there, but from the stuff we did this year, which again wasn't a lot, I thought it was pretty dang good.
That whole line was shocking to me.
I'm glad we got that one. I really am. You know, that was one of those splurge spins that we're like, oh, you know what? Screw it. We need some scotch. We'll put it on the shelf. Let's see what happens. And I hate buying. Dewar's has not been a line that I've loved. I say that. Yet, my number one pick is the Dewar's 15. So Dewar's rounded out my entire list this year.
Wow.
How about you?
My number one pick was the Glenmorangie bottle that you got, just because it's so good. I love the Glenmorangie.
The giraffe?
The giraffe.
The giraffe bottle.
Yeah. I'm trying to get this picture up here and see.
Yeah, I know you are. That's why I'm doing my thing. Okay. Well, actually, if you guys haven't seen... What the hell was that? Oh. That is the giraffe bottle. So... I bought that when I was in, my headphones are wrapped around my foot. All right, there we go. I bought that when I was in Louisiana, seen the cask for it, thought it was very cool, wanted it, grabbed it, brought it back. Turns out it's just regular Glenmorangie. The tin is because they're donating money to save giraffes, which, hey, good cause, great, fine, go for it. The whiskey... well, it's Lyle's favorite. So, what else is there to say about it? I don't know. Maybe we'll get to it in a second.
I need to say that I don't know how this program works, and I'm not sure that this is going to happen correctly. But I think I have the image loaded up.
If this doesn't work, and you then tune back in a second. Otherwise, you're about to see what we're looking at.
It looks like it's not quite big enough. All right, we're going to see. All right, that's what we're looking at.
There you go. You did it perfect, dude.
I know, but I don't know how to get it off. I think the cheap way to do it is to take and click this button and
well, that
then
looked right to me. I think
click.
that's great. So that is
There we go.
learning shit right there.
Yes.
Bam. All right.
So smart.
know.
So smart.
I'm glad he's figuring out. I don't even want to try to. Okay, what about your honorable mention?
where's-
Anything you had that was honorable mention, and I cheated on this one. I will tell you.
Where's my doggy treat? That's what I want to know.
Here, boy.
Oh, so tall. So tall, so tall. Scotch-wise?
Yeah, do you have an honorable mention for Scotch?
You know, I don't.
And
but
I cheated, so if you don't have it, that's okay.
I feel like your cheat's going to be Tullamore. Is it?
Tullamore ain't a Scotch.
I know.
I mean, that would be a hell of a cheat, then, wouldn't it? Just to add one to it that wasn't even.
What's your cheat?
I actually picked the Ardbeg Wee Beastie, which we actually did not release because the episode got trashed. Thank you, buddy.
We never released the Wee Beastie?
No.
Wow.
But
that's sad for us.
Yeah, considering we drank that whole bottle and bought another since.
Yeah.
We're going to release it, but I put it on there anyways because I'm going to tell you right now that is one of my favorite
Cheers,
scotches all the way around. If we had to actually put it up, it would be my number one, not my honorable mention. So
Tyler, what tequila did you use for this?
That's Terramana Repo.
Terramana Repo. Yeah.
Something cheap, but still good.
Yeah.
We just need limes. We don't have any limes.
I'm gonna in a little bit. I'm gonna have you come on here real quick and say
we're actually building another bar.
Your
in
favorite
here.
3 things of the year. So be thinking all categories.
I don't even know what I had.
One of them should be Chris, and the other one Lyle. Now you got to pick the third one. But it could be your wife, whatever. But
Well, that'd be a good pick.
Yeah, but she's third.
she better be fucking third though. By God. All right.
Moving on to the whiskey.
No,
The
worst.
Oh, the
bottle
worst.
of
Scotch?
Got one?
I don't.
Well, I did. I'm not going to say it's the worst thing I ever had, but it's the worst I had for the year, which is why I said we'd get back to Lyle's number one pick,
Oh, the Glenmorangie?
which is the Glenmorangie giraffe
Morangie.
bottle.
You didn't like it?
Not something. It's still there, right?
Well, it's still there, but I
didn't like it.
I nurse most of the stuff I like. So.
I don't drink the stuff I don't like, and I didn't think it was very good, but it's a Highland Scotch. It's just not my thing. It's not bad. I mean, it's not bad. And any way, shape, or form, whatever I just said, it's not bad. It's just not my favorite thing. And it's of all the things I drank this year, this is the one I would pick that was the least.
If this bar was left to Chris, it would be filled with nothing
Peat.
but Red Stag
be
and
walking-
Jim Beam Orange and American Honey, all the stuff he doesn't drink.
We'd be walking on peat. That's what we'd be walking on. This bar covered in peat.
Oh, the mold.
There would be no electric heat in this building. It would be wood fire heat with peat logs.
Patrick, you did not miss the worst bourbon. We're just getting ready to get into
We're getting there, Patrick.
the Schwiskies.
We're getting there, but we want you to add yours too in there, Patrick. If you what you did miss,
What happened to Up the Gut? They've been on hiatus for like 6 months.
Oh, Tyler wants to know what happened to Up the Gut.
Yeah.
otherwise, Patrick, we need your favorite beer, your least favorite beer, your favorite Scotch, and your least favorite Scotch. Doesn't have to be stuff we did. Cool if it is. No big deal if it isn't. Do your own thing. So I know you guys probably drank more than we did this year because we've been doing other stuff.
Drank or released episodes of?
I thought you was gonna correct my grammar.
'Cause
Drink or drunk?
We
I'm
drank.
like, well, let's fucking drink. So how about that?
We drank quite a bit this year. We just had a lot of like gear
Yeah, but
issues.
Patrick was there for a while, releasing a lot of drinking episodes.
oh, he might.
He was like trying to put us under. I think
Oh, was that
didn't succeed. We're still here.
is that what was going on, Patrick?
No, it wasn't. But
I can't give him. He's a Bills fan.
he is a Bills fan.
Yeah,
I like the Bills when they're not playing the Chiefs.
I like the Bills all the time, but yeah.
Hey,
So-
number 3 though. I mean,
So happy for.
all serious though.
Is that Hamlin?
Yeah. Hamlin. Fuck,
See,
yes.
when he said number 3, I thought it was Derrick Henry, but
I was gonna say after sure he's like Dale Earnhardt. Yeah. Huh!
He got released from the hospital yesterday.
did he?
Yeah. No, he's
Nice.
home. He's doing well. Solid foods, all stuff. So cheers to him, man. I mean,
I hope Derrick
Serious
Henry
stuff,
makes
so-
a full comeback.
It's just up for the Chiefs.
yeah, I think we're signing him next year. Actually.
Are we really? Finally, I'll be on the right team. Hey, do you remember?
Yeah, Up the Gut has it in their deal every
is that
year
guy's
where
name?
it says, "Oh,
Chris-
I'm picking Derrick Henry out of Tennessee." But
Do you
I don't
remember a
know.
guy named Chris Carter that used to play for the Vikings?
I don't.
Ever?
I don't.
I don't remember that.
Okay, his autograph in the next row. I apparently, at one point in my life, was a big Minnesota Vikings fan, and Chris Carter signed a picture that I have, and I've kept
What's
it
the
all these
picture
years. Him.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. It would be odd if it wasn't, right? If it was like a picture of like Bob Dylan or Jimi
I mean,
Hendrix or somebody who's like,
it
yeah, this is
absolutely
my
could
name.
have been that. I would not have been surprised at all. Okay, let's move on to
Bourbons.
This category was bourbon and other than whiskey. We did not break it down. We can break it down a little further if you want to expand the conversation afterwards, but I'm going to go off my list for at least the topic of best to worst.
I'm out of bourbon, and I have to have bourbon for this category.
You want the Tastebuds bourbon? We have bottled our own bourbon.
You can get it under the
we
table.
did not age it, nor did we make it. We just emptied bottles into this, but we bottled it.
No, I'm gonna do one from my list. You tell your number 3, and then I will pull.
You know what? That is a great idea.
Well,
All right.
actually, I'll tell you what. I'll wait as we go through the list, and I'll pull the one I want because there's one that I want, and it's my number 1. So,
Okay,
number 3.
number three. I have got Maker's Mark number 101.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Yeah, I love
Yeah. Maker's is one of those whiskeys that I'm never disappointed to have and will never order if there's anything else.
Yeah,
It's-
100%.
it's like-
yeah.
It's like, well, it's like Miller Lite, right? Like if all my choices are domestics, I'm going to go with Miller Lite. But if there's something else there, I'm probably going to pick something else. But Maker's is always solid. It's a great mixing whiskey. You can get it in handles. But that 101 was a different beast altogether. That was a good one.
Why does the word handles get an audio cue?
I don't know. I have no idea. Probably some weird tick in my brain. Hello, ADHD. My number 3 was Old Tub.
Really? You like that one well enough to make your top 3?
I did. Here's what I've kind of moved in, liking Miller Lite at this point in my life. I am kind of exploring the beautiful nature of some more traditional things, and I've kind of found my path back to traditional bourbons. I don't think I'll stay there because I think I tend to explore like more oaky bourbons or hotter bourbons or high proof and all this stuff. But Old Tub was a nice entry back into, by God, this is a Kentucky straight bourbon all day long. And it didn't have all the hype around it like Buffalo Trace does. So, yeah.
Okay. I'm actually, for my number 2, that's what I'm gonna drink right now, not my number 1, because I like it.
Ooh. What is that, Chris? Long Branch? You went with...
This is bourbon I went back to over and over and over again since we got it in here, and I will replace this bottle. I absolutely think it is one of the best regular drinking whiskeys that we have. Now, I know Lyle, this could possibly make his least favorite.
You can replace that bottle all you want to. By the way, Patrick says Up the Gut is returning this Thursday. It's 6 p.m.
Just in time for Super Bowl stuff and playoff games, because, timing and...
I mean, I'll be in. How many times can you say Derrick Henry in a podcast?
In ours, a lot. In one that means anything?
My number 2 is Crown Black.
Ew, what?
Which is...
Ew.
The category is bourbon and other whiskey. All right, now here's why.
You realize you just picked a Canadian whiskey
I know.
for your second favorite? Okay.
But here's the kicker. And I only picked Crown Black because I don't think we did the Crown XO. I think we finally just drained the Crown XO.
Did not ever make it?
It didn't. Now, as far as I saw.
Colby, we're going to be needing another bottle of XO.
If the Crown XO made it, that's my second favorite. Because here's what Crown Black did for me. Crown Black brought me back to Canadian whiskey and led me to appreciate it again because
I feel like it needs a beat behind it. Crown, boom, boom, back. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, go ahead.
It's
I'm
one
sorry,
of those.
look, I did it like this. Man.
It's one of those things like everyone has that like one thing that they had in college or in high school that like just made them. Not that you should be drinking in high school. That's not good. Something that made them sick and they just can't take it anymore. They can't smell it. What's that? What do you have? What's yours?
Daniels.
Jack Daniels. Right. I've learned to like Jack Daniels again.
Yeah, no, I drink it now. It's fine.
But Crown Black brought me back to Crown Royal. It's fine. It's good. But I, honest to God, will only drink Crown Black or Crown XO. There's enough going on there that it's good for me. That's my second pick.
You know what I'm going to pick as my least favorite thing of the year is this damn chair that keeps
Jeremy's
letting down about an inch all 5 minutes, goes psst, and it gets shorter.
Jeremy says that's not a bad choice.
What's that?
I don't know. It could be from ages ago, but he says it's not a bad choice. So I'm going to apply that comment to everything that I've said tonight.
Jeremy, clarify, please. I don't have to listen to his bullshit. Okay. My number one for this year is, I don't think it's going to be a surprise. I'll be shocked if it ain't the same thing that you picked, which is Woodhat Rubenesque.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like maybe he didn't pick that, but he feels like he should have.
It's such a good one. Yeah.
I mean, any of the Woodhat stuff, you put the whole series up there, it was phenomenal. But Woodhat Rubenesque is, yeah. I almost went and picked it up as my whiskey to drink right now, and I maybe should have, but I hate to tap that bottle down any lower than it is.
That Woodhat stuff is just freaking phenomenal.
Yeah. Shout out to them. Tyler, add Woodhat to the tags, please.
All right, my number one
Number 1 is a tequila, first of all.
I'm getting there. That's the next category. My number 1 bourbon or whiskey that I had all year is not necessarily because it's the best whiskey I had.
Then why the hell is it your number 1?
Because I like things.
That's what number 1 means.
It's try something new, right? It's that mantra. It's something that absolutely I went, I need to rethink how I'm approaching this stuff, right? And I'm not. It's my number
You're
one.
gonna define this more. Why? I don't understand. Why do you mean how you're? You need to think about how you're trying. Okay, well, finish. I'll ask questions afterwards.
So this is my number 1 because I so came into this thinking that I would hate it. So much so that I wagered another bottle of bourbon against it. And it turned out being pretty damn good.
Well, I know which 2 bottles that is, so it can only be one of them.
It can only be one. And I have some more stuff to say.
That's your favorite?
I think so. I don't know. I'm about to find out.
Man, I better try that one again.
This is something that calls to me in my dreams where I go, you know what? I need to have another sip of that one. I need to just try it one more time and see if it's as good as I remember it, because I so don't want to like it. And then every time I drink it, I go, oh, pretty good. Pretty good stuff. So, I didn't even say what it was.
Really?
E.H. Taylor, small batch.
If I'd have had to make a list of the most disappointing things I'd had this year,
It'd be this.
it would be that one. But I will take a sip of yours because it does tend to change as it goes along.
I poured an extra heavy of this, and this is one that I'm nursing because we just can't find it very often.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with nursing it because it's always good to have a bottle like that to compare around. But I was expecting such high praises from that bottle, for that bottle, and
So to me, this goes back straight to like traditional bourbons that honestly, for a long time, like I love Wood Hat, right? Wood Hat hits a lot of notes for me. I had drifted so far away from like traditional bourbons that I flat didn't like them. And this brought me back.
so you was in boutique stuff.
Yeah.
Boutique? Botox? Yep, no, I'm interested.
I mean, it's just whiskey. I'm not saying it's worth like searching out the secondary market and paying $200 a bottle for, but for the price point, if you can find it at retail, if I could go and get this off the shelf at any point in time, fantastic.
It's fine. My expectation for a whiskey like that is to really be something extra special, to have a unique note to it that stands out. That is just smooth. That is just, it's easy to drink, but it's not, honestly, anything more special than Long Branch, in my opinion.
But Long Branch is terrible.
Tastes almost the same. Long Branch has a little more alcohol and cherry note to it, but it's very close. Whatever.
No, absolutely not.
Kids, save your money. You can buy three bottles of Long Branch for what you can buy that bottle of E.H. Taylor for. Okay.
No, I will say, the retail value of E.H. Taylor is where it's at.
Yeah. Well, we like what we like, so
$50. Now,
I won't hold that to you.
I also will say, part of what has drifted me towards this again is I just had the E.H. Taylor single barrel. Light years better. Light years better.
I have not had that.
It's the difference between...
I believe you.
Okay. No more needs to be said.
All right. Do you have an honorable mention?
I do.
All right. My honorable mention is one that I continually drink over and over and over that we've just recently reviewed again. It is Wild Turkey 101. It is a bottle that I keep at my house constantly. It is a one that we always forget about on this show and have We're going to get to comments right after we get through our
Okay. Yep.
bourbon section. So if you guys got comments, put them in there. We're going to chat about them in a second. What is your worst? Sorry, not worst. Your honorable mention. My bad,
Honorable mention. I honestly didn't think that we. I thought that I didn't see the wood hat stuff, so I thought that was actually a year before. But if the wood hat was in, then I have to say the Bloody Butcher from Wood Hat was phenomenal.
That's a really good one.
Now I will say an honorable mention.
Let's see. What was your one that you had without wood hat though?
Well, my honorable mention. Mention was Mellocorn.
You know what? I'll agree with you with that.
I freaking love Mellocorn. It's one of the best cheap drinkers. It's just phenomenal for what it is. It's just
a shot glass.
Shot glass.
For all of you go that's got a bottle of Mellocorn in your shelf, under your cabinet, under the seat of your truck, get it out.
Bottled and bond corn whiskey.
We won't go big on it, but you know what? I agree. For a $9 honorable mention.
Are you actually shooting this?
You want to shoot it?
No, I was asking if you said pour a
I'll
shot.
shoot it.
I don't necessarily want to shoot it. I kind of want it to. All right, fuck.
No,
all
if
right.
you want to shoot, if you want to sip it, then sip it. Go for it.
I would like to sip it.
Okay, go for it. So, what's your worst? Oh, you're still drinking. I'm sorry. Go ahead. We'll wait.
You know
We
what?
got all night. It's live. We can do
I will
we can do
be
it.
proud with this. I will just let it sit there, and I will explore the flavors of the glass. I will.
All right. If you guys haven't watched that Mellocorn episode, go back and watch it. Go get you a bottle. This is something that anybody can afford, probably.
Man.
This should be within everybody's reach. It's $9, $10, $12, probably where you're at. Maybe $6. It's hard to see.
Once you have set up your bar of the things you like in every category, Mellocorn should be one of the first bottles that you start filling the spaces with, right?
Yeah, in the back. Make sure that space is in the back. It could be a plastic bottle, even depending on where you're from. It's going to be a plastic screw cap. It is not something that you're going to hate. It's just you're going to hate yourself for liking it, but it's freaking not bad. I mean, it's just such a.
Is Mellocorn Heaven Hill? Is that a Heaven Hill product?
I think so.
Sounds right to me. I'm going to take it.
I think it is as well.
What was the worst bourbon you had this entire year?
I don't see how you even have to ask me that, since you already brought the bottle of E.H. Taylor out, and I didn't say that it was the worst thing I had. Heaven Hill Distilleries, it says so right on the front of the bottle.
Yes.
Look at Lyle being smart. All right. Fortunately, we don't actually own this bottle. Up the Gut owns this bottle. Patrick Kimmel owns this bottle. Patrick Kimmel paid money for this bottle. Patrick Kimmel then walked away and left it in our studio for us to shoot. You know, I still think him as a friend, but it's tough sometimes. I gotta admit. Sometimes he really fucks me over. He just feels like, he's like, you know what, just fuck you. And here's this bottle you need to try to drink.
I have never seen
the worst thing I've ever had this year, maybe ever.
I've never seen more sad puppy dog eyes.
To be fair,
than when Patrick lost his prized bottle of V.H. Taylor that I grabbed off the shelf, and he said, "Oh man, I love V.H. Taylor. I've been looking for that." And I said, "Hey man, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hate this. Any bottle of the same value, which was $50, buy me another bottle, the $50 value. We'll swap them as long as we can do it on the show. And I will give you this bottle if we like it better. If I like it better.
So
mostly the same.
I do have to say, we've got a streak running right now, because if you go back and you watch the year prior with a TTBG and KC, you will... TTBG, RT, and KC. You will find out that Patrick also donated my least favorite bottle from last year as well, which was the Cedar Ridge number 9 for a Slipknot. This year he gave us Lincoln.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not actually even going to walk up here and put it on the counter. Just remember, Lincoln got shot in the back of the head, and it's better than that fucking whiskey that Patrick got me. That's all you need to know.
It looks like something that's sold in the gift shop of the Presidential Library in
It
Springfield.
probably is.
Like it's that bad
Where
of
is
a
it?
bottle.
Oh, it's no.
What?
Tyler, is that other bar chair back there somewhere? I've got the one that keeps going down.
Setting in it.
Swap me, please. Since I'm sure you're not setting it at the highest.
Have you considered that you're just short?
I'm 6 foot tall. How would I be short?
I'm 6'3". That makes you shorter.
I thought you were 6'4", so now you're the short guy.
No, the Lincoln was absolutely
It keeps going down like an inch every 5 minutes.
wretched.
If you quit jumping in, it wouldn't do that.
No, I weigh 245 pounds. That might be the problem.
So
But-
I agree that the Lincoln is absolutely the worst. I have an honorable mention for the worst.
Oh, okay.
My honorable mention, or dishonorable mention, I guess it would be, is Long Branch. I think that Long Branch is overrated, overpriced. I will say this.
You know what? I'm changing my worst to E.H. Taylor.
I do feel like that the
We're getting there. We're getting there.
oh nice, hey, we have more Blind Tiger stuff coming up, so hang with us. I thought you were talking about Colby asking if the bar stool had a weight limit.
Okay.
No, I
right.
think Long Branch for a while was overpriced, overrated. It has come down. It's been more reasonable lately.
I
It's
was
fine.
gonna say, what is it? $50?
Yes, and it should be 40. It's not a huge.
I mean, I'll
price
split the difference and say 45, but I think it's fine. It's a good, solid bourbon for what it is. I genuinely like it. It fits my flavor profile. I don't know why you would think it was the worst.
Whatever.
I mean, obviously Lincoln was the worst.
Lincoln is terrible.
I don't have an honorable mention of worst, but I'm going to say it's E.H. Taylor right now because piss on you.
Hey, since Rebecca is in, let's
All right.
skip the tequila category and let's move back
Well,
to
actually,
that.
let's go back to comments real quick.
Oh,
let's
comments.
talk for a second.
Okay.
And then, because I don't know what you're talking about, I'm kind of making an assumption here. Let's see what we've missed out on. And then, yeah, if you want to switch that category, that's fine.
Well, I want to talk about one of the best things that I had all year, which
Okay.
I'm super excited about. So Patrick
Oh,
says,
I already know what you're talking about then.
he says Up the Guts returning Thursday. We talked about that. He also said Chris Carter
Yes, hold on.
still does NFL analysis.
Okay, so first of all, if you guys are interested in football at all, or interested in drinking, or just interested in watching some fairly entertaining podcasts, Up the Gut, I assume, is it still going to be Thursday nights, Patrick? Wednesday nights, Tuesday nights? What have you moved
Thursdays.
to? Thursday nights.
Thursdays,
okay.
6 p.m.
6th, yeah, I always think it's 7, so I'm glad you said that. Thursday nights, 7 p.m., get on, watch Up the Gut. I assume it's at, Ehlers is still with you. Since I ain't seen you in so long, I don't know. I know you said you guys moved to a different place, so... Anyhow, watch Patrick and Ogre and all those guys on there, and listen to him fanboy over the Bills and talk about how crappy Mahomes is. No, it's not true. Actually, Patrick gives us a pretty fair shake over Pat Mahomes as well. Yeah, check them guys out. We love that stuff. So,
All right.
okay, move on.
Jeremy likes E.H. Taylor.
Shock.
Yes.
Jeremy also is like, oh my gosh, I love something that's expensive.
Patrick says Fighting Cock is the best cheap drinker, 103 proof, $13.
Patrick,
Fully agree. It's a great,
right here.
yes, great whiskey.
I forgot about that one. I don't think we did the review on it this year, or I probably would have added it to the list. It is phenomenal, and I may get me a glass of that here in a minute.
Lindsay says, hey.
Hi.
And then Rebecca says, Blind Tiger here. Thanks for the shout out. Now,
Yeah.
I'm going to go get the box. And
Oh, yeah, please. And I think their cards and stuff are still sitting right here, back here behind us on the edge of the shelf. If you guys have watched us, you know we've went through a gamut of things when it comes to NA stuff. Most of which I have poked fun at Lyle for over and over and over again because I am not into NA stuff at all. Now,
Can I interrupt you real quick?
I'm talking. That's not.
I
no.
want- I want
no.
to-
No.
I want to
Stop
show.
it.
I want to show everybody the bottles. There's only.
Show your bottles off, Lyle. Show your bottles off.
Uh-oh.
There's only 8 bottles.
There's only a bottle. Why is there only a bottle? Because the
we
other
may or may
3
not
are at my house.
Drink them. Yeah.
No, we didn't drink them. They are at my house. And
Oh,
they
we
are,
drank some of them. Yes.
Well, we
There's-
drank. Yeah, we downed one with Kimmy. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get to what we're talking about here in a second. Okay, so here's back up. The NA stuff I have been poking fun at Lyle for 2 years
long
at
time.
least
Long
because
time.
Lyle's on this kick of finding NA beer. I think it's just stupid.
Not just NA beer, NA spirits. I
NA.
think that there is a moment in time where you go, I'm out with a work party, I'm out with friends, my wife is pregnant, there's a reason you can't drink or the reason you need to slow down. And when I was actually just at a speakeasy in Ozark, pricey little joint.
Go ahead and call him out if you want to.
It was the Garrison.
Garrison.
And I will say, they were one
Johnny
of the...
Morris, lower your prices a little bit so we can all afford to go.
No, here's the kicker. They actually did a good job because
Never mind, Johnny. You did a good job.
the mocktails I got were all charged as like a soda, essentially, which is how they should be charged. But 9 times out of 10, when you go and order a mocktail, it's $10, $12, $15 for a mocktail with no alcohol. Nobody's going to pay that money knowing that they're essentially getting like
Thank you,
juice.
hipsters.
Yeah. But all that
Okay.
to say, most of them aren't even good.
Okay, that's enough of interruption. Can I go back to what I was saying?
Go for it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Lyle. So
I probably need
I've
some
moved this
Blind
mic.
Tiger.
Tell me if I'm blowing my mic out. I've moved it back in front of me, so hopefully I'm not.
I've no idea.
Anyways, Lyle got on this kick about getting the NA stuff because he wanted to drink less for some ungodly reason. But anyways,
Not
whatever.
like
he
my
wanted,
wife was
he
pregnant.
wanted to drink less. And I even contributed by going and buying some NA beer and bringing it in here. And for the most part, we've had very poor luck finding any kind of NA beer, spirits, or otherwise that actually
was
was
drinkable.
meaningful
Yeah.
in any way, shape, or form. Up until about a month, well, I guess it's been a little longer than a month ago.
A couple months ago, yeah.
So we've been kind of trying to figure out how to market this. Blind Tiger sent us a box of stuff, the box you just seen. And we've been trying to figure out how in the world we're going to put this on our show exactly and make it work. Lo and behold, Kimmy Most.
Oh, Kimmy Most.
Kimmy Most. Pretty girl.
Hugely talented.
That too. And come down, and she says, I don't drink. We're like, oh, that's really tough.
Which
when we're
honestly-
which is fine for the music side, but when you're doing a booze review, it's a
that's
little tough for the episode.
honestly
He's
not-
like, hey,
We have
we
Blind Tiger.
have Blind Tiger. This will be a great time to do this.
And that's not uncommon with musicians. Like,
Weirdly
so like,
enough, it's not. I've discovered.
Like, I mean, I used to play all over the country. Like, I still play out occasionally doing stuff. But the number of friends that I have from the road who are now sober is huge. And we get them down here, and they go, maybe not, you know.
My friends are all drunks.
My point with
But
Blind
they live
Tiger,
here. They're not from the road.
and what I want from an NA drink, particularly an NA spirit situation, is something that tastes equally interesting and delicious, but not like a sugar soda, as a cocktail.
Okay,
know?
so to the point, if you guys would go back and watch our episode, first of all, watch Kimmy and check out her video that she did with us.
She's fantastic.
It's fantastic. It really is. She is super talented and fun to play with, and just really all the way around cool. But that did force our hand into doing something. We decided Blind Tiger was it. Now, I'll be honest, I was my normal self thinking, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We let her pick. We cracked one open. I think it was Bee's Knees, if I remember right.
Bee's knees, yeah.
And we did this episode, and we did it with no alcohol to start with. No, it was Sidecar.
Nope, this is Sidecar. This is Bee's knees.
It was Bee's.
Yeah.
No, Bee's Knees is a brewery.
No, it is a brewery. The Bee's knees is also the name of one of their spirits.
So we did one of them.
This sidecar is supposed to be mixed with
Grab that.
cognac, and I'm supposed to be.
Grab that list back here. Bee's Knees don't sound right. I feel like it's something else.
Nope, it's under here.
No, the list is sitting right there on the deal unless you moved it.
It's not there.
Okay, I believe you.
He needs more
Anyways.
Blind Tiger.
Probably it's time. Anyways, we did a lot of talking. We did this episode, and I was shockingly, for an out-of-the-box drink, this was actually really good.
It was tasty by itself,
It was.
And when you added booze to it, it boosted it a little bit and made it a little more
And
interesting.
I did at the end one of the options to mix it. The nice thing about these drinks is they're made to be poured right out of a glass if you want a glass, but you also have a recipe to mix it with booze to make it the traditional drink. Obviously, it tastes a little bit different, but we're not talking about a lot of difference on the thing. So I went ahead and put gin in mine and tried it. It was good both ways. I was shocked.
It legitimately just adding gin made it a little more deep, but not enough to like. If I was served it at a bar, and that came out, honestly, I wouldn't.
I
know.
was swooning. Oh, I'm so drunk. He wouldn't know the difference.
I honest to God wouldn't have thought twice about it.
Well,
I would just thought, this is a fruity cocktail.
Yeah, it is truly fruit juice. I don't know if you can see the residue on the end of the bottle there, but it is true fruit juice. It actually is quality product.
But there's some more
to
stuff
the point,
in it. Yeah.
We have said that we're, and so you guys, I guess we'll talk about this right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're building all the front end of the studio up here, and that's our hangout area. And we're actually building a separate bar up there that is our buddy bar and is a donations bar where if you come in here and you drink with us, you can throw us a tip or you can leave a bottle or whatever you want. We've got a whole nother shelf up there that we'll show you guys at a later episode where you can have stuff up there. And we had talked over and over about, having NA stuff there, and I was pretty adamant that why the hell are we doing that? You can go to McDonald's, get NA product. And then this stuff come along, and I've totally said this is absolutely
What we're going to have at the bar.
what we're going to put up at the front bar, because now again, I'm not promoting it from the NA side, but for a poured out of the bottle and mix a little alcohol in, you have an immediate sidecar here by adding a little cognac to it.
It's an insane.
Here we are.
It's an insane cocktail with booze, and without booze, it is still delicious
good.
and sophisticated
good.
enough that you don't. So many times when you order like a mocktail, it winds up just being like orange juice and club soda with like a sprig of
and I'm not
rosemary
saying
in
you
it.
can't go through and make a better drink if you want to custom make the thing and blend it and all that stuff and get you a bartender in here.
No,
But my God, you got to pour it out of a glass onto ice and mix a little booze with it. You have a great drink.
But here's the kicker. I'm telling you that on an NA perspective, this is the best NA cocktail that I have ever had, and I've ordered so many of them at restaurants.
I have not.
Trying to find somebody, and it's always frustrating when I go to a bar that has a ton of really wonderful liquors, right? The bartender really knows their stuff. They're a true mixologist. And it's like, give me a mocktail. And it comes out and it's like basically orange juice with some bitters and a sprig of rosemary. This stuff is absolutely delicious.
Screwdriver Sands vodka.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
Hey, I have something to say about this real quick.
Okay.
If I could butt in.
well, I mean, you didn't ask before you got on here, so go ahead.
There are people that maybe can't drink or have recently stopped drinking, and this is a great
What's
alternative.
wrong with you guys?
This is a great alternative for that. Nobody wants to be that guy sipping water at the bar when everybody else is having a drink,
Yeah.
right?
You want to be a
so
part of
it looks like booze, and I can speak on behalf of my brother-in-law who quit drinking. Some people they can't kick that habit. Some people, but this is a great alternative for that. If you have some people that are looking for there's not a lot of great selections as far as non-alcoholic stuff out there.
And sometimes you just need to slow down. Like honestly,
Right.
if you're
But it is a great alternative. It really is.
if you're trying to land that like that big business deal,
Yep.
and you're at the end of the night and you're 4 martinis in,
Yep.
and you want to like be coherent,
4 martinis.
6 martinis in,
Now we're talking about
you
it.
might want to like slow down a little bit, but you don't want to like walk up with a bottle of Aquafina or Dasani.
Right.
You know, it's the same thing. I think there's a.
I just want to say that it's a great
It's
alternative
fantastic.
for
Blind Tiger's great.
It
We
is.
love
It
them.
really
All right,
is.
Tyler's been helping us with product requisition and production, and so I guess he kind of is our producer right now. So,
Yeah, he kind of is.
anyways, I can't believe we've dedicated
Yeah.
this much time to an NA thing on our year-end review. But
Does
I
it
do
hurt
want to
you
talk
inside?
for one more second.
It hurts you, doesn't
It does a little bit, but I want to talk for one more second because
Okay.
we are legit wanting this on our front bar so we can talk about it to people. Because, guys, if you need an NA drink, it's nice to have something that's good.
Yeah.
But the thing I want to point out is on the back of these bottles and all these little cards they give us. I assume this is the same bottle you'll get. That's what we get. Yeah, they got directions and as a mixer what to do with it all. But what I love is they got the history on it. And man, I love having history along with my drinks. It's you get to be that much more pretentious when you're like, oh, well, the sidecar is actually the exact origin is unclear, but it is thought to have been invented in the late 1910s, both London and Paris. You know, that's really fun to spew out to everybody, and I enjoy the heck out of that. So, all right. I know that sounded like a commercial. It wasn't meant to be. We just legit actually like this stuff, and we are absolutely dedicated to putting it on our bar out front.
Here's the kicker, though.
For those that don't want to drink or want to drink and we don't have a bartender available.
I mean, it makes a great cocktail. Either way,
does.
it's so versatile. Yeah.
I will point out, Blind Tiger, you don't have a mule.
Ooh, you don't. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. You don't have a mule.
Boy, if they could make an NA mule with the same sort of burn and kick, oh, that'd be fantastic.
Now, I know we're going to talk to him about others, but I would like to stick to the
Let's go to tequila.
stick to the thing, and we're going to bring up Blind Tiger again here in a little bit, I suspect.
Yes.
At least on my end.
It's on mine.
Finish up comments. How are we on comments? And then we'll jump to tequila. Because I know I derailed, we derailed the heck out of us with
Oh,
that.
Rebecca just says, let's connect soon. Reconnect soon. Yes.
Yes, thank you, Rebecca.
I
We
don't-
definitely. I'm not sure if Rebecca's the one that sent us out originally or not, but thank you. I know they're all part of the same family, so
Rebecca, I don't know if you've ever been to the Ozarks or not, but we will throw you an absolute ridiculous Ozarks party. Right?
if you want to come down, we play a lot of music, and by we, I mean look up Lyle Strickland. Guy's a stud, star. Well, at least a slight
Was that
ripple in the pond. Anyways,
some music?
we can play some music.
Some music,
and,
some fire, some
we
bonfires
can
out in the
make
woods.
you some drinks if you want to make some drinks. We'll even make it with the Blind Tiger, or we can just
We'll have
have
us a little
Blind Tiger without me.
We'll have us a little country music party. Yeah.
I was
All right.
actually derail again. I was actually talking to a guy that I work with, Keaton, shout out, who also has a hunting fishing podcast, or is working on getting one out. I don't think it even has a name yet. But Keaton, if you happen to be watching, you probably not, but if you have, he's going to be on a show pretty quick. He's going to hook up with Colby, who also is a literal master fisherman.
He's a professional bass
He's
fisherman.
a professional bass fisherman.
Our
I call him,
tequila friend. The tequila guy.
Right, I call him the masturbator. And he is absolutely going to get with us, Keaton.
Yeah.
Not Colby. Colby's hard.
Colby's
to get, man.
here.
Colby is fucking dude. He's hard to get. I mean, we're lucky when we had him. Anyways, so Keaton was on the show, or talking to me today, and we got to talking about the different things with the podcasting and stuff like that. And we're going to have him down here pretty quick. I wish I could remember where the hell I was going with that sentence.
Oh.
How did I start that? You remember?
No, I don't. I was not listening to you at all.
Anyways. Oh, I remember. So I was talking to him, and I was going through some old pictures and stuff, and I went and seen Ben Miller. Shout out to Ben Miller. Tag Ben Miller in this stuff, Tyler. So I went and seen Ben Miller and MK Ultra up in Kansas City this weekend, who
Great music.
I am a big fan. He's probably my favorite musician ever, next maybe Lyle Strickland, but I don't know. I don't know, Lyle's a little subpar.
Here's the kicker. I like
anyways,
Lyle, but the bass player is just
bass
absolute
player is
shit.
fucking shit. Do not, dude. If he get a real bass player, the drummer is kind of okay, I guess. Anyways, if you could get, sorry, there's a lot of inside jokes going on. I'm the bass player. Tyler's the drummer.
Yeah.
Anyways, Ben, I went up and watched him, and I started out showing pictures to Keaton about Ben Miller on the weekend, and it come up that we was talking about some pictures come up as I was looking through it with us playing music on Colby's porch.
Oh yeah,
just some stuff like that, and that all associated with what you was just talking about coming up here this weekend and just going, hey, hang out with us for a little bit. So. Yeah, Rebecca, if you come up, we'll cook some shrimp, we'll cook some fish, we'll cook some whatever it is you're into, and we'll make it a heck of a weekend. If you want to come up and get drunk, we can do that as well. There's a bed and breakfast straight across the street from where we're at that we can get you hooked up with.
We can also stay completely sober with Blind Tiger.
Yeah, we also have a couch in the basement of the studio, which I would not do that. But, you're welcome to if that's what you want. I mean,
there's ghosts. It's fine.
No lock on the inside. Might really weird, but whatever.
There's a lock on the inside.
Okay, I was going to pour myself into the glass, and Lyle filled it full of water, so I guess I'm drinking water. Okay, are we caught up on comments?
We're caught up on comments.
All right, so enough Blind Tiger till we get to the other section,
All right.
I suspect.
Tequila.
Mine is.
One of my favorite categories. It's gone insane for me. Tequila.
Tequila is the number one topic that has got us the most views.
Okay.
Other than the live views, or the live shows. Tequila is the number one topic in the last 2 years that has got us the most views. It's the most watched episodes. It is the most commented on, usually because we can't pronounce it. Episodes.
There's so many comments.
It's
just
Código.
I'm like, have you considered learning Spanish?
Took 2 years of Spanish. Went to Puerto Vallarta. Don't care. Lyle's taking Spanish now. I chose Italian because I love wine.
I'm on Duolingo. I was a French kid growing up, so it's just it's a lot more rolled R's and less.
Is that why your name's spelled funny?
Less guttural
Because you're a
sounds.
French kid, Lyal.
I mean,
I'm
my middle name is Claude, which is a
That's
French
not
name.
French.
No, Claude's a French name.
Oh, it is a French name, isn't it?
Absolutely,
Yeah, no, I was
yeah.
going to make fun of you. Now I can really make fun of you.
Damn it.
La Claude. Claude French. Strickland French?
No, here's the kicker. Strickland's actually English, and the number of Irish pubs that I've played where people are like you're Welsh, right? You're Celtic, and I'm like, yes. I mean, we left through Wales. I think we left the country through Wales. But yeah, Strickland, unfortunately,
Napoleon was born.
I think, unfortunately, is English. It's unfortunate when you're playing in an Irish pub and people are getting in fist fights, and you go, "I think my family was English." Nope. Keep your mouth shut, boy.
Napoleon was actually born in what's the Roman Catholic? What's the Pope? Where does he live?
Vatican.
Vatican. Yeah. So he's kind of whatever.
It's fair.
But he's always considered French. I think he's really kind of an Italian thing. But anyways, yeah, you're probably screwed.
French, English, Cherokee is kind of my.
Oh, you're New Orleans.
No, well.
Yeah, you're definitely New Orleans.
Well, all right.
Okay,
Tequila.
whatever. Tequila. You going first or am I going first? I lost track, actually, to be fair. Well, after tequila, we'll go back to comments. So you guys make all the comments you want.
I gotta say,
actually, Patrick did not comment on his favorite and least favorite.
he did. It's way back. I'll scroll up to it, but I do have to say,
All right, go
Rebecca says that Blind Tiger is kind of a one-person show. She says it's all kind of her, and man,
Really?
hell of a job. Fantastic stuff. The
Rebecca,
best.
we need to talk more one-on-one then, because
Yeah.
I am very curious about how that happened. So
I'm just flabbergasted
let's
by
stick
the
a pin
quality.
in that and come back to it, because I legit, as far as no crap. I mean, you guys know us. We're kind of like all over. We love it when somebody interacts with us and all that, but at the end of the day, we like what we like.
We also have had several things sent to us that, like, we will never shit on anybody, but we've had stuff sent to us that we have had on the show that we go, someone.
Okay, I'm not calling them out.
Someone will like this.
I got one in mind that I'm like right now. I'm like, oh, I can go get the bottle, but I'm not going to do that.
I'm guessing we could probably pick the same
we're
bottle.
on the same page. I guarantee you we're on the same page. All right, Rebecca. Seriously, Blind Tiger is one of the few. I actually am curious about the name as well, though. I think there was a little blurb on that, but I've forgotten what it was. But I am actually curious about where that name came from. But we should get together and talk about that.
Jeremy would like me to soberly pronounce the word flabbergasted again. Flabbergasted. So there's that.
Fat farted.
All right, Patrick says the top 3 bourbons he's had for the first time this year.
All right, let's see what he's got.
All right, number 3, 1792 single barrel. We had 1792. Small batch, but I don't
We
think
have
we
two
have
1792s back here, don't we?
No, we've got Elijah Craig.
Oh, that's one thing. You're right. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Number 2, Heaven Hill bottled in bond, which I've had.
Okay. Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
No, I haven't. I've had the Heaven Hill 17.
Wait a minute, Heaven Hill. Do they put out their own?
Melicorn.
No, Heaven Hill makes a lot of shit. Angel's Envy.
Yeah, it's Heaven
So
Hill.
Heaven Hill puts out their own, like under their name.
Bottled in bond.
They put out anything else, Patrick, or is that it?
No, Colby and I think it was a 17-year-old Heaven Hill. All I know was like $300 a shot or some stupid price point. Guess who paid for it? Not me.
Okay. I got shit that I can't say that I had that was 140 proof. Why can't you say it? Because I can't.
Of Heaven Hill?
That was.
I think you told me about this.
I told you on the side. And Tyler, I'll tell you afterwards that I had that was some of the most impressive whiskey I've had, but it was just a sampling in a hotel offsite, but it was very, very, very
Here's
good.
Patrick's number one. Patrick from Up the Gut podcast. His number one
No
bourbon.
relation to Jimmy that I'm aware of. I don't know. Are you related to Jimmy?
His number one
I hope you're
bourbon
related to Jimmy.
all year was
Funnier if he was related to the redheaded dude. Who's the other late night show host? Conan. It'd be more funny if he was related to Conan than Jimmy.
His
With the last
number
name
one
being Kimmon,
bourbon
but still,
of all year was Penelope Barrel Strength.
I haven't had that. I want that really bad. And I'm quite sure we could have had that if we took Patrick up on any offer of the 1,000 offers he said, come to my house. And I didn't. So
Penelope is one of those ones.
But to be fair, I did tell Patrick I was coming to Kansas City last weekend. He did not even respond to my text. So there's that. Go ahead.
Penelope is one of those ones that I think, and Patrick, correct me if I'm wrong, I think is an MGP product.
It almost certainly is.
It's one of those ones that I
heard
think
about
is
Penelope at the same time as I did Rabbit Hole, and I was very not impressed with Rabbit Hole.
Rabbit Holes. I'm like 90% certain is an MGP product that's way overpriced.
Well, it's not very good, so anything they're charging for it is
There you go.
overpriced.
There you go.
Which
All
is
right.
unfortunate because I was told that was like a winner of some blind taste test they had at the Macadoodles.
we-
No, not Macadoodles. What's the other place we have in Springfield?
Brown
Brown
Derby.
Derby. I did not like the one.
Were we
that I
doing
had.
like a tequila list at some point?
Yeah, are we caught up? We ready to go to that? Okay. Well, I don't have a tequila in front of me, so I guess grab us a tequila, Tyler.
Oh, Tyler's a great guy to do that.
Let me grab you one.
Well,
Yeah, get us a tequila. We are getting ready to go. Here.
Actually, no, wait. Grab us.
I will look at my list. Look at Colby. Or who's this guy?
Oh my
Lyle.
God.
Look at Lyle's list. My list.
Welcome to the shit show.
Still up there.
Okay.
Any of that.
Oh my god.
Fuck, how the hell did I put Sazerac Rye as a tequila?
Because
That ain't right.
you were drunk when you wrote it? I don't know.
I would say.
So you told me to give you one?
And that one's gone, so I guess we're down to this one
So
for
compare
me.
one? Yeah, his is on there.
All right, let's do that one. Okay.
Gotta find it first.
The top shelf a little to your right, bud. Okay. I have my number 3 tequila as Sazerac Rye.
I don't even have what? What?
Yeah, I don't know. I think
Well, I don't even
that
know
was
where my
supposed
list
to be
is.
Terramana. But I don't know what the heck I was doing. I have wrote Sazerac Rye as my number 1 tequila, which really probably should have been an honorable
Want a glass?
mention for bourbon and whiskey.
Glass?
Oh,
I'll just take mine. What I got. This is a bottle we're going to have to replace. So my number 3 tequila, I'm going to go with Terramana Reposado. Your number 3?
My number 3 was Pasote Blanco.
Oh, what are we drinking now, Lyle?
Pasote Blanco. You're gonna need a little bit more because we are gonna fucking kill this bottle.
and I actually do have my.
I think
best
it's the
and-
bottle that's got to come
I
back.
actually do have my
because
best and worst and biggest disappointment for this category.
best, worst, biggest disappointment.
Uh-huh.
Your worst is not your biggest disappointment.
No. And
All right.
I'll explain when.
All right,
when I get to it.
we'll bring you back here in just a second.
All right.
All right,
Get out of
your
here,
number
Tyler.
3.
Get out of here,
the
man.
Hell off my stage.
What are you? Who are you?
freaking drummers?
So
Always
I had.
just trying
What
to,
was
like,
your number 3? Terramana.
Terramana Reposado.
Okay. All right. I get you.
Argue with me all you want.
No,
but
no,
I
you're
mean,
fine.
For,
You're fine. Fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine,
For
Christopher.
$30, $35 for a Reposado. I mean,
No, I was.
for
I
a
was,
good Reposado that you're going to actually like.
I was frustrated it wasn't higher, but that's fine. My number 2 was Cimarron.
What's your number 3?
No, my number 3 was Pasote. Pasote Blanco. That's what I just said. Pasote Blanco, which is what we're drinking.
I know, and you put, I guess, Terramana higher than that.
I did not. Terramana did not make my list.
Dude, we had a guy from Australia come on our show and talk to us about Pasote.
Not just a guy from Australia. It was the guy who introduced us to Sotol, which we'll get to in a second.
Yeah, and he told us Pasote was the best tequila we had, and we went and bought it, and
Oh my God, it's amazing.
it's freaking really,
Yeah.
really good. And I've only had the Blanco, but I've also now just found it that we can get it locally, so that is good stuff. All right, number 2, I picked La Gratonia, which is a bottle that I found in Kansas City solely because I thought it looked cool, and it was this green bottle with a weird flip top. And I know for a fact Lyle loved it because he took the whole bottle with him and took it with him out in the field like a flask and just drank it every day.
Do you know how many songs I wrote with La Gratona?
Have I heard these songs?
Like 5 or 6 songs
I haven't heard these songs.
on a single bottle.
I don't know, but you're peaking on your stuff. Well, I guess I kind of am too. So
No,
All right.
you're 3.
Yeah. No, but you're 2, and you're like peaking as well.
My number 2 was Cimarron, which you introduced me to. The Cimarron Reposado.
Okay, so Cimarron was a really good tequila that everybody flipped their lid over. I picked it up when I was down in Louisiana, running a leg drink with Patrick, running hurricane insurance stuff with Patrick, and the Cimarron was a good tequila. It was very cheap. I guess I can't fault you for it. People flip their shit over this one, and it was a good tequila.
Here's the kicker. It's an additive-free tequila that is very cheap.
It is.
I mean,
I can't fault you for that.
I
probably
couldn't-
should have put it on my list.
I couldn't-
It's good.
I couldn't find it here locally.
Not amazing, but it's good.
I finally found it here locally, right? It's a special bottle, and it was $30 a bottle. It's a great $30 bottle. I think you found it for like $15 a bottle.
Yeah,
It's like
15,
super
16
cheap.
bucks down in,
Oh my God, Louisiana.
down in New Orleans.
Nolans.
What's your
What's your number 1 tequila?
Well, why I took so offense that you're number 3 was my number 1 is Pasote, which is why Tyler grabbed this bottle, because it was the one we had in common.
Huh.
For this year, Pasote, I think, and I will listen to arguments, but I will tell you you're wrong. Pasote, I think, is absolutely one of the best things we've
I'll
found
listen.
all year. It's really, really, and to make it more impressive, it's a Blanco.
I'll listen to you, but you're wrong. No.
If you come up with a Jordan, I'm going to kick the
No.
damn chair off with you.
I think Pasote is a fantastic tequila.
It's your third favorite.
I will say this. I've had their Repo, and I think I've had their Añejo once, and I've not been impressed. But their Blanco is amazing.
Yeah, Pasote Repo.
Yeah.
Where'd you have that at?
Key West.
Oh, it must have been the trip I didn't go.
Yeah, but it was not great. It was fine. Now, I've only had it a couple times, but all right. So
What's our time, man? Where are we running at?
Oh, I don't know, like forever, 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
We need to start moving on then.
So my
Honestly, it's that late.
number 1 was the Tears of Llorona, and I'm guessing that you probably are not in favor of that for the number 1, but it's a tequila that, one, is sought after because it's pretty rare. 2, it's very pricey because it's very rare. 3, it kind of grew on me. The first time I had it, I didn't like it. Well, didn't like it's a strong phrase. It was a tequila that I thought, well, this tastes kind of Scotch-like. It's probably not worth it. I don't know, it's fine. I'd rather just have a Scotch. But as the bottle aerated, it got better and better and better and better. And the last little bit of the bottle was fantastic.
Hey, Patrick, we need to know what your favorite tequila for the year is.
He loves
Actually, we need
tequila.
to know what your favorite
He said,
whiskey and Scotch is for the year if you've got one of those.
actually, Patrick
Or,
said,
beer. I'm sorry, beer. and
Patrick
Scotch.
said all tequila is the worst.
Yeah, no, I
So,
figured. We get it. Patrick doesn't like tequila. He may possibly be allergic to it from what we've seen. So, all right. So I'm going to jump to my honorable mention just because it's timely, and that
Do it.
is Tears of Llorona.
yeah.
For my honorable mention.
Yeah.
And it's for everything you just said. I didn't care that much for it to start with.
Yeah.
And as we drank it, and as it got down, it got better and better and more creamy. But you know what was just like that 2 years ago?
The Cuervo Reserva de la Familia Extra Añejo.
Absolutely. That is the one that I started out with thinking this is not that good. It's not worth the money, basically $200 we paid for it.
Christopher,
And
are you aware of what we have on our top shelf tequila? Oh, that's a brand new bottle of Jose Cuervo Reserva de la Familia Extra Añejo, courtesy of Colby.
one may not have seen that.
I am so excited to crack
Left
that bottle.
One of us may not have seen that. Anyways, as I drank that, it was not that good. And as it got to the end of the bottle, I got to craving it more and more because it actually got better
Yeah.
as we opened it.
Oh, it
as
got-
the air hit it, it becomes something. It's very thick, it's very rich, it's very flavorful.
And Scotch-like.
And- well, I was going to say tobacco-like, but
Yeah.
yes, Scotch-like as it went along. And let me just throw this out there. This is not something we had this year, but if you go into Ron White's
Number one. Yeah. Yeah.
their Extra Añejo is the most Scotch-like tequila I've ever had. If that appeals to you, if that is the thing you like, if you like that smoky, that thick, that tobacco-like flavor.
In a tequila.
Now, Ron White's tequila, I think it started out in that Tyler, is that right? $65, $75 when you bought it last?
For the
Ron
extra
White's Extra Añejo.
80?
Okay.
80.
It's in that $100, $125 range now.
Yeah.
Okay. It's pretty good if you like that. Now, if you don't like that, step back, get the Reposado. The Reposado is the best thing you can start going. I love Reposado tequilas. So yeah, that's where I would be at on that one. I can't blame you for liking the extra
Tiers?
you know,
Yeah.
tiers.
It's great.
good.
What's your honorable mention? That's what I want to
Your
know.
honorable was Tiers, Leona.
Oh,
That's what I just said.
oh.
What's your honorable mention?
Mine is the Maestro. Oh man,
Maestro del Belle.
there you go.
Well, no, that's Italian. Sorry, Maestro del Belle.
The smoked silver. I thought was super interesting.
That is a good call because
not-
I also still go back to that one.
Not something that I crave all the time. Not something I enjoyed particularly the first time I had it, but something that I go, yeah, I'm kind of in the mood for a smoked silver.
I can't blame you. That is a very solid tequila that I went back to time and time again. And if you like,
The Dobel tequilas are fantastic.
yeah, Dobel in general,
They're fine.
I would say give it a try if you get a chance to get one of them. Now they're fairly unique, so if you can get it at a bar and try it without buying the bottle, I would highly suggest to do that before you buy the bottle because it's probably divisive.
What's your worst tequila that you had this year?
Hands down, okay. If we're talking about true tequilas and not fake tequilas, let's go with the fake tequila first. Let's just get this out of here. It was Mezco Blanco. That was the plastic bottle for $6.95. It tasted like the water I rinsed my glass in. That is my least favorite tequila. Hands down, that's my least favorite tequila, but it is also not actually a tequila. It is a mezco. It is just bad. I mean, it's just freaking bad.
No good.
Even this is one of those ones that what I might have redeemed for $6.95 in a plastic bottle, taking it on the river just to get drunk, and I'm still going to tell you, no, rebottle something else, you'll be happier. But outside of that, we talk about true tequilas. I'm going to say my Cabo Blanco.
Oh, all right.
It's not very good. Very cheese whiz, very bitter. It doesn't feel like it's filtered well.
So
aged properly. So.
My worst tequila was, I guess, actually not technically a tequila, but it was the Kentucky Azul from MB Roland, which I cannot believe that we didn't get the MB Roland episodes out because their whiskeys are phenomenal.
Yeah, well, you only informed me that tonight, so we're going to rectify that.
The whiskeys are amazing. The Kentucky Azul, it is what it is.
Weird.
It's
weird.
is what it is. It's like
it doesn't taste well enough to be a good tequila. It feels like a weird bourbon moonshine knockoff. It's odd. It's odd. I'll give you that.
That's my tequila list. I'm going to bring Tyler on and let him tell you his list real quick.
And then we'll hit some comments and then go back to other. Yeah. Tyler, you own this show for a minute. I suspect Lyle and I are heading the same place.
You don't need to sit too close.
Have fun.
Wow, they're leaving. They must be headed for the bathroom. So I don't remember all of the whiskeys and things like that I drank this year. I didn't really drink a whole lot because I wasn't here a lot, but I did drink tequila. I'm a tequila fan. And we'll start with the worst tequila that I had. The worst tequila that I had for the year would be the Pablo Vallejo. I think I'm saying that right. I have the bottle down there. It was definitely by far the worst tequila I'd had for the year. The best tequila that I had would be probably that Ajayito up there. And then my biggest disappointment was what they said I think was one of their favorites was Tears of La Rona. For the price point, it just did not do it for me. I want to say it was a couple $100 maybe for the bottle. Colby can correct me, but it just did not hit the mark for me. So, and then if I had an honorable mention, probably would be that Terramana Añejo. For the money, it's really good. But I'm gonna let these guys take a stab at what they think my best and worst was, because.
What'd you say?
Did you?
I didn't hear anything you said.
Yeah. Well,
I don't listen to you.
I know. I know, that's fine. No, I have my best, my worst, and my biggest disappointment of tequila.
Oh,
As
tequila.
I said, I don't remember. I didn't really have many whiskeys this year. I'm more of a tequila guy, and I haven't been here a whole lot in the past year. I mean, I was kind of in and out.
Yeah.
But my worst tequila, for sure, was that Pueblo Vallejo.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely the worst I've had this year.
Okay. All right.
And then the best one that I had, I chalked it up to the Ito up there.
Oh, the Yahe. Yeah,
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. That is a fantastic tequila.
My biggest disappointment, this is where, my biggest disappointment was the Tears of Llorona.
Oh, because what?
And for the money, it did not hit the mark for me.
And that bottle was $3.50 a bottle.
I was thinking it was a couple hundred, but it's more than that.
It's $3.50 if you can find it. And the problem with
Yeah.
Tears is that you can't find the extra añejo.
Yeah.
It's really hard to find.
Well, I don't know what it was, whatever one Colby had. Was that the extra añejo?
Yeah, I think he paid $3.60, $3.70 for it, but
Well,
$3.50 is retail.
For that price point, it did not hit the mark for me. That was one that I had high hopes of, especially for how rare it is.
Yeah,
And it just did not do it for me. And I have to go honorable mention. And I'm not just saying because I'm a fanboy. The Terramana Añejo, which I had to go to Florida to get it. You still, from what I can understand, you can't find it here. At least if it is here now, it's out of stock. But for the price point, I think it's $50 or $60, I think, for the Añejo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to beat for the money. But yeah, those are my three. I'm not a big whiskey guy, although I had some tonight that were really good. But tequila's my thing. That I do remember our buddy bringing that Pablo, and it was. I think he said he got it from Mexico.
Yeah.
And it
What
was,
one you had tonight?
He brought
Yeah,
it
that
from
one.
Mexico.
yeah, but that Pablo Vallejo from Mexico. If you want to get that bottle right there.
Yeah, we can't say he brought it in. But
No, I said our buddy brought this in. I think he had to get it in Mexico, and it
That was your least favorite?
Yeah, it was awful. I thought it was awful.
That sounds like I need a sniff of it at
I
least.
thought it was.
I'm not saying
in my glass,
I thought it was completely awful.
well, all of your glasses are full, so I'm not going to
My
pour
glass
it.
is not full.
That one, well, that's got something
in
in it. It does.
I have no idea what's in it.
I think that's still the Pasoto. I think that's still your Pasoto.
It's not bad.
No, for me, I remember that one, and that was really bad for me.
It
Clearly, our palates are different, but that for me
definitely smells
was
like a more traditional tequila.
yeah, and maybe that's
I was gonna shoot this, but I really like it, so I'm
and
not.
maybe that's why. But I mean, Terramana's not infused either. But I think like the Sincoro was definitely infused.
Oh,
The Sincoro Repo.
I would say Terramana definitely has additives in it.
Really?
I would, yeah.
So additives. I know the Sincoro definitely has additives because
Yes.
it's like cotton
Yeah.
candy. The
Yeah.
Repo.
Additives are
So
fine.
I think
it's just
Terramana, or not
what you
Terramana,
like.
sorry. I think Sincoro has got that. You know when they talk about them processes of tearing out the.
I don't know if you can hear
the
this
agave.
guy
I hope
back
you
here.
can hear me.
Who knows?
But the agave, where they tear out with the machines, when they tear that stuff out, and then they just process it via chemicals. I think that's probably what the.
Now I think I actually had the Sincoro Blanco in 2021, so that's why that would definitely be the worst. But I think that was 2021, I believe, that we had that, or that I had that. But for me, yeah, this one was definitely the worst of last year. So I don't know, maybe you guys take a little sip and maybe I'm wrong,
We'll see.
but I don't know.
This is yours?
No,
that's
I don't know whose glass that is.
oh, that's Chris's.
Not mine.
I have
got
one
his
of
glass.
those.
Mine's on my coaster.
That's not mine because I drink.
Well, here
Wait,
we are.
maybe, is that my Pasote? Maybe that is my Pasote. That's fine.
Welcome to
It
Taste
is
Buds.
mine.
All right. It's
All right.
that time of night.
We have one more category to get to and some predictions for next year.
Okay. I may or may not have wrote down predictions, so I'm going to have to pull down this. But anyways, all right. We caught up with comments. We're ready to go. We're into other right now.
We're into the other category.
Okay, other is just anything we missed at this point.
I can think of one
So-
big, giant thing that we have missed this entire episode.
I mean, that could be your number 1, number 3, however you want to do it.
I mean, right now it's at
Other
my.
is kind of a free-for-all category where it's just stuff that we didn't get on there. Now it's my phone going off. Let's see if it's important.
It's not important. It's never
Patrick.
important.
It's Patrick. Patrick probably needs your number so that I don't have to forward this crap.
So
to you.
your phone doesn't go off?
Oh. Share with Lyle.
It's not worth it. It's not worth
There,
it.
you can do it if you want to. It's been shared. Okay, other. My number 3 other thing that we had on here was actually the Handy and Schiller Manhattan in a bottle.
Ooh, I saw that. I saw it, and I thought that was pretty damn good.
You know what stands out to me about that bottle?
What?
That was the night that we got up here. We've been shooting several episodes. We decided we was going to do the Handy and Schiller in a bottle. We did it. No more finish it, and I got a call from our county saying, "Hey, your cows are out in the middle of the highway. Highway patrol's out there, and they'd like to talk to you." And I was like,
I think I was there for that.
"Fuck!"
Was that the night that I helped you
Yes.
come get cows?
So you and I left and went out, drove. I'm glad the Highway Patrol was talking to me on my own property. Drove out there,
I think
got
it came
to the
out
point
later, yeah.
to get my cows, back into my field
Yeah.
off of 65 highway. Thank God, and nothing went wrong. And they got right in there, and the Highway Patrol apparently had coffee to drink, and they was ready to get the hell back to where they was going and did not want to talk to me any more than they already had. Got their shit together at the other end, and we got our cows back in the field, my cows back in the field, and patched some fence, and we got back here to finish shooting that night. That's what I remember about Handy and Schiller.
I
Other
remember
than the fact that it was actually a pretty good pre-mixed drink. Mostly, I'm
Pre-mix?
not big about pre-mix, but that one was not bad.
so I've had the I can't remember if it's Knob Creek or Woodford.
Also, yes, we live in Southwest Missouri. If you guys haven't followed that, we have cows.
I can't remember if I had the Knob Creek or the Woodford pre-mixed Manhattan.
So I didn't put Knob Creek on my list, but Knob Creek was also a
But
very good.
Kind of remember
Secondary.
the Handy and Schiller being way better than anything that I had ever had,
really good.
with the exception of the Slow and Low Rock and Rye, which is
For stuff that already had alcohol in it. For non-alcohol
yes.
blind tagger. But
So-
if you're talking about something that already had alcohol
yeah,
in
it's
it,
booze laden. But the Slow and Low is not technically a Manhattan. It's pretty damn close. It's everything you would want in a Manhattan. It's not technically a Manhattan. I still think Slow and Low
you think of
Beats
Slow and Low
everybody.
more as a Manhattan than you do as a...
not a Manhattan.
Old-fashioned?
Old fashioned. I'm sorry.
Okay, all right,
I'm
all
sorry.
right, all right.
That's on me.
I was going to say, I would definitely think of it as
The
old-fashioned.
best, which the Handy and Schiller was Manhattan, wasn't it? Or no, God, the Handy and Schiller was an old
I have
fashioned.
it wrote down as Handy and Schiller Manhattan in a bottle, so I assume that's what it was, because I wrote the list when I was sober, regardless of what I've said now.
Okay, well I have to go back and check that because my favorite bottled Manhattan, or canned, is the Dash Fire. You're gonna take.
I do remember the Dash Fire, and I wish I could have them back to check them.
You're gonna take Tyler's worst tequila. That's what you're gonna
Because-
go with.
No, I want to
Pre-mixed
try it. Because I don't remember it being that bad. Well, here's what I do remember is it being really hard to pour because of that crap in the middle of it. You guys can't see because we don't have more than one camera tonight.
All right.
If we did, I put it up there.
My number
the
three.
Handy and Schiller, this is why it's hard to pour.
Wow, that's
Shit, right there.
exciting.
It's tough. Okay. I got more than on my paper than I got on the freaking glass.
You were a foot up.
Well, I mean, it didn't. That's how long it took to pour.
My number three on the other category is Blind Tiger. I absolutely am so thrilled with their product. I love that I can have a cocktail that is completely non-alcoholic, or I can boost it a little bit with booze. But what I've found with their cocktails is that when I put booze in it, it adds a little bit more depth of flavor, but it doesn't like make it a completely different drink. Like, it's when I pour a glass of it, I could pour this glass out of this bottle right now, completely non-alcoholic, and I could get the same flavor profiles, more or less. Like the difference between having, let's say, Knob Creek bourbon 6-year versus Wood Hat or Balcones or something more robust. Yes, there's a difference, but it's still the same category, you know?
Okay.
So that's my number 3 is Blind Tiger. I
All right.
love them.
My number
Absolutely love them.
2 breaks into a different category. So when we discovered Sotol 2 years ago, and we got into Desert Door is still the one to beat. Where'd it go, Lyle?
Oh, it's right there.
This, sorry.
Don't leave me out of this.
All right, here's a quick thing for Desert Door. Right now, I don't know if you can get this everywhere or not, but we can get the little party box that has the bottle of Desert Door that you see back here in the back shelf, the little blue bottle set on top shelf, plus this aircraft aluminum can with a super heavy top. All the bottles are full, the one there and the one here, and you can get it for $42. Now, that's retail. That's something we found local. Maybe not. You can get that where you're at. But we got it, and we got it that, and there's probably not that much left. I don't know. Sotol. Now, that was 2 years ago when we found that. We absolutely love Desert Door Sotol, especially the barrel aged or the backburn. That being said, we didn't do that in 22, but what we did do is the Doble Filo Sotol. And that is the one I picked for my number 2 for other category. That was fantastic. Now, I won't put it up with the Double Door or the Desert Door, but it was very, very good. And if you get a chance to try that, absolutely please go try it.
I just put the word Sotol down with a large exclamation point and 3 large or smaller exclamation points afterwards.
But we've done Sotol in 22, so I feel like you have to pick something. If I was you, I'd pick Doble Filo. Filo.
You know what? I have never had a Sotol that I didn't absolutely love. So
I've never had a Sotol that I thought wasn't worth tasting. That's for sure.
I will sign on with that every day of the week. What's your number 1?
My number 1 was way back here where you picked this one out in another category. And it's just a generalized product, but Racia.
Oh!
My number 1 other thing that we had this year was Racia. And it's just... Guys, if you haven't had Racia, it's very wine-like. It's dry. It's got some interesting characteristics. It has some hints at tequila. It has some hints at moonshine. It's fantastic, man. It's something you absolutely should try if you hadn't. It's the new thing we found this year. I am super psyched that we found out about it. I'm super psyched to have got some. Jared turned us on to it. Jared, thank you so much for getting that and bringing it up here. We have absolutely. Jared was also the one that got us on Sotol, and Jared might be the extreme drinker of the group. I don't know. That's why we call him Jared Pours. But Jared is the one who instantly isn't drinking right now. But anyways, he's offered to be our driver for the weekend, which is nice. But yeah, that is one of the most interesting things that I think I found for the year is Racia.
My number 1 was Racia.
Oh!
Yes. Hey, cheers.
We probably should have had someone on hand to do that with, but Jared took it all home.
Oh, Jared. So here's what I loved about Racia. my first drink of Racia, which I'm fascinated with all of these regional spirits, right? Even vodka. Different regions have different flavors that present themselves in the spirits. Racia is in that Mexican spirit like lineage, right? The first time I had it, it was just a cacophony of cacophony.
I love cacophony.
Cacophony of flavors. It just
It kind of brings up these thoughts of like the undead because of the coffin part, but also the definition is like loud and in your face. It's just a really good word.
It was a cacophony of flavors that cascaded across my something. I was trying to do an alliteration, but no, it literally went from like
trust us.
It went from like toasted popcorn to blueberry cobbler to
popcorn was one
leather,
of the things you brought out so many times.
back to something else. I'm just like, it was so storied.
Wine was the thing I went back to
amazing.
over and over. I just kept feeling like it was just like Racia was like the driest white wine you've ever had.
But
Like a Pinot Grigio that had been left out so long there was no alcohol in it. It was just like
I liken it back to the Saugatuck Blueberry Maple Stout beer that we had. That the first time that I had it, I was like, my mind literally was just like on fire. I just could not comprehend all the flavors that were hitting my palate at the same time. It was
Blueberry
nuts.
waffle.
It
That's
was
what it was.
insane. And then the second time I had it, I was like, wow, all those flavors are here, but I knew what to expect, right? And I think that it's fantastic. I do think that once you get used to the flavor profile, there's probably some more stuff out there. But oh my God, it is so mind-blowing for somebody who has only had only in big quotations whiskey, and I'll actually put it whiskey into bourbon, rye, wheated to Scotch,
Canadian,
Highland, Lowland, Islay, Canadian,
blended,
tequila, añejo, repo, blanco, like all the stuff.
it's so
You've
neat to
never
find
had it before.
something-
You've never had Racia, and if you live in Mexico, you probably have had Racia, but like I've never had it
Well,
before.
if you live in Buffalo, Missouri, it's not the thing you're going to just run up to the grocery store and find.
It's insane. It's such a mind-blowing experience. It's just the most insane liquor. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
It was seriously neat. Now, I will just very quickly before we move on,
Yeah.
I will throw in my opinion, Sotol was more life-altering than Racia. But Racia was so neat to come across. Finding those things, and we've got another one back here that we've never had that is
Of Sotol.
Again, no, a different drink that we've not had. Maybe you haven't had it. I don't know.
Is it the...
Italian.
Oh, no, I don't think I have.
Yeah, so we've got some other alcohols that we've never had from across the country that is a new thing for us that we're going to try on here. I had it at Jared's because, again, Jared. Apparently Jared likes really
Jared.
Anyways, Jared's going to be one of those ones that got us another thing that got me turned on to something to try, and we're going to be trying it pretty quick, and it's not in the 2022 stuff, but it's in 23 stuff. Those are the kind of things that we love to find that we've never had before. So,
Yeah.
okay, in the other category, this is our last category. What's your honorable mention for the year?
I don't have an honorable mention. My honorable mention was Racia. I was so excited about Racia that I didn't fill out anything else.
Your honorable mention, Racia was your number one. I can see your list.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a chance to think about it. Because my honorable mention was actually your number 3, which is Blind Tiger. Now, I know we've said Blind Tiger over and over and over on this list, and I don't want this to be a Blind Tiger commercial, but
I feel
shocked.
I feel like bad about my Blind Tiger only made number 3 and not number 2.
Well, I would have put Blind Tiger earlier, but we're a booze review show. There's no booze in Blind Tiger. It is a premium drink. So I don't want to miss works here. It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Natural fruits. It's just a juice. It's. I mean, I guess I could have literally listed orange juice, but that's not the case. Blind Tiger did a hell of a job with what they're making. It made my honorable mention. It did not make my top 3 because there's no alcohol in it. I'll just be blunt with you, and I'm the guy that likes alcohol. Lyle made it with his number 3, and it has no alcohol in it. That is something for a non-alcoholic drink to make a booze reviews show top 3.
I've tried so many things, and I will say this wasn't mentioned because we didn't do it in 2023, but I had it. The best NA beer that I had the last year, didn't make the show, was the Heineken 0.0.
That was good.
The Heineken 0.0 legitimately tasted like beer.
I might have said I can't remember which one this is.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying it tasted like beer.
There's one I brought back from Texas, and I can't remember what it is. That was also a really good NA beer, but I don't know what the heck it was. I'll split it with you.
I'm gonna have some. You don't have to split it with
but
me.
here's the thing about this. I don't think I've ever had a sidecar. Let me read this to you so we know what to get.
Damn it!
The exact origin is unclear, but it is thought to have been invented in the late 1910s. Both London and Paris stake a claim to its creation, because I guess they are fighting, Paris. Anyways,
Taste this.
one of the popular stories suggests it is
Delicious.
created with the famous Harry's bar in Paris, requested as an army captain who rode up to the bar in a sidecar of a motorcycle.
That is a fantastic drink.
It smells really good. Damn, holy crap. Has that got pineapple in it?
I have no idea.
It's gotta have pineapple in it. I mean, orange juice powder. I don't know if it's got pineapple in it or not, but it tastes like pineapple. It's really good. Okay.
It's delicious, right?
What is your... What actually, do you have a honorable mention? Now
I
that
don't.
give you time?
I do. I
Okay.
do not. Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm gonna let you in a little secret. I made my list out the 3rd week of December. Lyle made his week out 3 minutes before the show started.
What's your prediction
One
for
of
next
us-
year?
My prediction for next year is that this will be exactly the same. I'll have my list done a month in advance, and Lyle will be doing his 3 minutes before the show starts.
Oh.
Okay, no. Worst other. Do you have a worst other?
I do not.
Let me help you out. 99 bananas. It's a liqueur.
Oh.
Liqueur.
I mean, I don't even hardly consider that a thing. That's good, right? A Blind
It is.
Tiger's fantastic.
What are we supposed to mix it with?
Rum, I think. Or no, cognac. Cognac. Because we used to
Pour
have that,
4 ounces of drink
we used
to
have
2
that-
ounces of your favorite cognac spirit of choice or club soda spirit of choice. That is open, but usually when I hear spirit of choice, what I think of is gin.
So, my predictions for next year are more non-alcoholic drinks. Not necessarily for us.
No.
You don't have anything for your predictions.
No, but I know for a fact that I've already found my NA beer or my NA spirit of choice, which is Blind Tiger. We've talked about it all night long, so that's not going to be a thing.
Well, I'm just saying, not for us per se, but just in general. I think that non-alcoholic spirits are a thing that's going to see seep into the market. I think that you're going to see more not NA beers, you're going to see more NA spirits, more NA cocktail mixers.
Probably spirit of choice mint vodka, but I like gin, so.
I think you're also going to see more Sotol. I think Sotol is a ever expanding market. I think
Well, I don't know. So Sotol has reached a peak several times over the years. It has come up and hit its peak and fell back over and over again. To the point, I went to Harrison, Arkansas, which was the closest we could get Desert Door the other day. And I walked in and I said, I heard you had Desert Door barrel-aged Sotol. And they looked at me and they said, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, you know what? I think we already sold the last bottle of that, which was Jared, by the way. Bought the last 2 bottles they have because Harrison, Arkansas is the closest it's got to Missouri, other than a Lucas Liquor, which got it in Kansas City, which technically is in Missouri, but not closer to us than Harrison, Arkansas. So depending on if you want to call it state line or if you want to call it actual physical miles, which one is closer? Fact of the matter is, neither one of them got it over there. I couldn't get it because Jared, the son of a bitch, went over there and bought all the bottles that they had, and we still can't get Desert Door Sotol in the area. Tyler, tag Desert Door and tell them we need Sotol in Buffalo, Missouri.
Oh my God, we do.
We need it so bad. Jessica, if you happen to be watching it, which is our place in Buffalo that we're going to get all of our stuff, we're going to call out Carl's package. If you are in Buffalo or anywhere else and you have to have right now, and you have to have it, go by Carl's package and get yourself some beer and liquor or whatever else, because it's good
Carl's
stuff.
has such a storied history in Buffalo.
Man, it is weird. It is odd to say cheers to Carl's, but, honestly,
Cheers
they've treated
to
us
Carl's.
good. Cheers to
Yeah,
Carl's. I mean,
absolutely.
do it. Get in there. I don't expect you to drive down here for Carl's, but if you're driving through and you see it, stop. Please
where you're
stop.
at. Well, we have 2 bottles of Class A Azul.
Across the street from Sonic, if that helps you.
2 bottles of Class A Azul Repo that we got for probably, I'm going to say $100 cheaper than we could have got it anywhere else in Cuba, Missouri. It's a little liquor store
True.
up there. So, stop at your local liquor stores.
You never know what you're going to find.
If it's a chain,
So Class A Azul, the last bottle that Colby got, you said was
$253.
$253. The last 2 bottles that we bought
Was $169, I think?
169, and that was in Cuba, Missouri. So you never know what you're going to run across. When we found it, we bought 2 bottles. We've got 1 bottle open on the shelf right here behind us, center
had
shelf.
1
that
bottle left on it.
big, right there, big white bottle right back there. Sorry, it's backwards to me. And you guys can't see it, but there's a second bottle just hidden on the shelf behind us because Class A Azul is fantastic. Alcohol makes it better.
Alcohol does make it better, but doesn't take away from the flavor profile
it's really
of the
good.
drink. And also, the other kicker is that it doesn't change the appearance of the drink. And
That's true, yeah.
I think when you are at a business meeting or a corporate event or something that you just.
What do you think ice would add to this? Because we don't have ice down here right now.
I think ice would be fine. My kicker with NA stuff is that I'm not saying, yes, if you have a problem, this is fantastic because you look like you have a drink.
Hold on. As much as I give Lyle crap about the whole NA thing, yes, if you have a problem, do what you got to do to get take care of yourself and be happy and all that stuff. So I'm beating on him, nobody else. So just FYI.
But the kicker for me is that there is a point when you go, you know what?
I don't care if he's an alcoholic.
My point is
Sorry,
that
Kristen.
if there's a point when you are at an event where you go, you know what? I probably need to slow down, but I don't want to slow down with water. I don't want to hold an Aquafina bottle or a Dasani plastic water bottle while everyone else is drinking martinis. I want something to hold in my hand and slow the night down, and keep kind of in pace with everybody, but I want something that's special. I don't want something that's just a club soda. I want something that looks nice and that tastes good.
I understand the concept of that. I don't personally have a problem with they holding a bottle of water, but I do understand the concept of that.
You would drink a Coca-Cola in a room full of martinis.
Yeah, it wouldn't faze me in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
To drink a water while everybody else is drinking beer, but I get it for those that can't.
I have never seen you do it. There's also that.
I don't. Someone can tell me if I have a problem, but I don't personally think I have a problem with it. In a heartbeat, I can absolutely just say, no, I'm going to do what I got to do. And if you think I'm wrong, absolutely approach me and challenge me. I will take that challenge in a heartbeat. That being said, I don't personally get that. I feel like the few times I drink, I want to drink. But I get it. There's people out there that can't say no. They can't turn it down. They need something like this, not this, because we put gin in it. And I appreciate that. I get that. So no problem.
But you don't want to be not part of the crowd. That's
I understand that.
Yeah. So my last thing for predictions for the next year.
Oh yeah, great segue.
Is that I think we're going to see pricier and pricier and pricier tequila, but I think that we're going to see better tequila come down in price. So I think you're going to see like Don Julio 1942, which is now ballooned up to like almost like closer, like almost to $200 a bottle,
which has increased almost $100 over where it was 2 years ago.
I think you're going to see bottles like 42. I'm not saying 42 is going to be this, but I think you're going to see bottles like 42 come down right back to where we kind of started, back to that like buck and a quarter.
That $95 to $130.
Yeah, kind of that range. Or you're at least going to find stuff that's comparable. Like, some brands are going to build it. We just talked about it tonight. Colby paid $253 for the Clase Azul. We bought it for $169 a bottle, and now, if you can find it on the shelves, like $169 is kind of the retail value of that. It should be $1.25. It should be less than that, but I think we're going to see tequila skyrocket.
I am going to go a little different direction than you. I think we're going to see all these random boutique. We'll get to them in a second. All these random boutique distilleries, I think, is going to follow the path of what we've seen in the breweries, where the breweries are kind of like, oh my God, we've hit a saturation point. Everybody's doing a sour. Everybody's doing a barrel aged something. And I think we're going to see that same thing with distilleries. And people are going to go, oh, another distillery. And we're going to see that kind of lax a little bit. It's going to fall back. I'm not saying we're going to see a bunch of them go downhill, but I think we're going to see people going to go, oh, it's just another one.
Yeah.
And it's just nothing. And similar to what you just said, I think we're going to see the prices relax a little bit.
Yeah.
When you see these guys going out and going, I've made the only spirit made in Dallas County, Missouri, and whereas it was $200, now we're going to see it for $50.
Yeah.
And I think that is exactly kind of in a smaller microsphere than what you're saying. I think we're going to see that exact same thing where people are just going to step back and go, okay, all right, everybody can do this. We get it. Here's what we're offering in a fair market value.
Which is kind of the whole aesthetic and provenance and storied history of liquor in general, right? And that, like, you go, all right, like, what's cool about bourbon? Moonshiners. That's what's cool.
Yeah, no, we love moonshine.
And so, like, and you go, people who are going against the grain, doing their thing, distilling grains and selling out the woods when they shouldn't have been. you know. And so I think we're kind of getting to that point where you go, all right, yeah, it's cool, but honestly, people are cool with it now. It's not as rebel as it used to be. It's
Love us moonshine.
it's Sex Pistols versus Green Day versus Blink-182 versus whatever anyone is listening to.
Tyler, are you lighting up weed in the other room? No. Sure smells like you're lighting up weed in the other room. Okay.
It's not weed.
It sure smells like weed, but okay. I mean, yes.
Hush, Tyler.
There we go. Okay. So I'm going to give a quick shout out to some of the other places we like. Dickie's Beer Review. If you guys have any interest at all and you're looking at beer, music, Dickie's Beer Review is a place you want to go head over to.
Dickie's in New Mexico, right?
Dickie's is, New Mexico, Arizona.
Arizona?
It's kind of all the same in Missouri. Either one is acceptable.
We should go out to, we need to...
Though we need some favors from him if he's in Arizona. We probably need to get some favors.
we should
from him.
just go
'Cause
out.
I've heard E.H. Taylor can be bought for jack shit out there.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Yeah.
Okay.
But we should go to Dickie's. We should talk to that boy and go to Meow Wolf.
Where?
Meow Wolf?
I've never heard of that.
It's a weird art museum.
Okay.
It's like a
All right.
experiential art museum.
What's the Two Girls in Kansas City?
I feel like it's like two gals who drink beer or something.
I think that's exactly what it is. So we probably need to give them a shout out as well. Two Girls Drink Beer. Give them a shout if you guys want to check them out.
So many good friends. That
We
are
have a
just
lot of good tequila
folks
friends
over the internet.
Speaking of Kansas City, if you want to talk about football, we've got Up the Gut, who's also in there. If you want to come back down to Springfield and you happen to like beer, but more like coffee, you've got the Audio Roast with our friend Jared.
Yeah.
He's over there as well.
Audio Roast.
Who else do we got that we want to shout? Bourbon Junkies. If you happen to be on Bourbon Junkies, those guys are. As much as I hate to say it, I kind of like they're a lot like us, but they're more knowledgeable. But those guys,
They actually know
what they're talking about. But I would love to hang out with those guys. They seem like they feel like good guys.
I feel like at some point they saw us on YouTube and they're like, oh, these boys don't know shit.
Yeah, they've got a much bigger following. I think they're totally something you'd would get into. What's our friends in Austin? Daniel and Rex.
Oh, the
I'm setting you
Whiskey
up. Go
Vault.
ahead. Whiskey Vault. There you go. Good job. Good job.
Whiskey Vault. Yeah.
Whiskey Vault, which is the ones that inspired us to start this podcast. They didn't know they inspired us, but I mean that's what inspired us to start this podcast. We looked at Whiskey Vault and said, "Man, that is cool. We really wish we could do something like that."
Write a song?
Yeah, they could have wrote a song, but they didn't. Daniel and Rex with Whiskey Vault, we love their podcast. Those guys are super knowledgeable, and we very, very much appreciate the things they add out there in the world. Who am I missing? I'm probably missing somebody.
There's so many beautiful people out in the world right now doing amazing things, especially in the world of liquor.
Morning beer.
Oh,
Tasting Niche. Sorry, I was drawing a blank. Tasting Niche.
wow.
She would be somebody that we'd also like to call out. And if you guys get a chance, go to tastingniche.com. Well, actually, it's not .com. Tastingniche.youtube.com or YouTube does Tasting Niche. That's what it is. She's whatever. Anyways, go check her out. She's also fun to watch. There's many, many more. If you guys get a chance, put your favorite review shows, put them down in the comments, man. There's so many out there that I haven't discovered. We would love to find out. I follow a lot of them. I legit love to watch these guys. If you got a favorite brewery, if you got a favorite distillery, put them down in the comments as well, especially if they're doing something on social media. We would love to find out what they're doing as well. In the meantime,
at the end of the day, we're all family. Right?
Absolutely.
We're all family, and anyone passing through the Ozark Mountains where we are, Like,
You are welcome to stop in here
Oh
if
my
you need a
God.
place to sleep.
absolutely.
In the meantime, if you are somebody that just likes to drink, you like to play music, you like to just stop and hang out with good people, we consider ourselves good people. You may not. That's fine. If you do, it's probably just because we can't pronounce the word Russia. We don't mind that. But please give us a chance. Stop by in here and check us out. Or in Kansas City, obviously. We have contacts up there that I bet would also put you up for the night.
Kansas City, St. Louis, anywhere in the vicinity of the Ozarks region.
Yeah.
Which also includes Tulsa and Fayetteville and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, we have a lot of good times doing that.
Swing by,
So-
shoot us a message.
Now, I know I made it sound like we was closing out. I'm not closing out. I do have to pee. But I'm not closing out because I know we haven't went back to our comments yet. What do we got left there that is comment-wise we haven't addressed? We have done the entire show as far as the things that we're addressing.
We have, you better hold your pee.
Oh, man, I don't know if I can do that. Tyler, you may have to come back in here, bud, because I
gonna-
broke the seal a while ago.
We're going to close it out on this. Patrick,
Today on
Patrick.
Thrifty Whiskey, the guys will be reviewing
What is
Evan
going on
Williams
in the other
Bottled
room?
and
Holy
Bond.
shit, that's a lot of
Evan
noise.
Williams Bottled
there's a
and
lot of
Bond.
noise in the other room. Maybe that's on, it could be on our channel. Patrick mentioned Thrifty Whiskey. What a cool channel. Are you okay? You having a stroke? You good?
No, that went on the wrong side. Much like that whiskey you did 2 hours ago.
No, but
That beer went down the wrong
But
side.
that was 2 hours ago. Patrick mentioned Thrifty Whiskey, and I have not watched any of their stuff, but it kind of looks like a good
Okay,
channel.
I don't know what the Thrifty
Yeah.
Whiskey is. Patrick, go ahead and throw in a shout out to Ogre and all those guys. I know they have another channel besides Up the Gut that they're doing, and I'm sorry, I cannot think of the name of who they are right off the top of the head.
We're going to do
Yep, rest in peace, sorry.
one more cheer to this evening.
All right,
In
Tyler, come in here. You got to take my spot. I absolutely have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, wow. It's that bad.
It's that bad, yes.
Do you have a guess as to how many ounces of liquid Chris is releasing right now?
What's a bottle of whiskey?
It's fair.
We're gonna go with 750 milliliters.
All
I
right.
don't know what that is in ounces.
You want to drink a shot when he comes back?
Sure.
All right. This is how we're going to end the night.
This is Tastebuds whiskey.
This is the Tastebuds Infinity bottle.
What else in that?
Man,
Do you know?
it has gotten better and better. There's some Knob Creek. There's some Wood Hat. There's some Balcones. 1792. That's Chris's, by the way. His is much larger than
So
ours.
I heard you guys talking about your predictions for next year.
Yeah.
My prediction is that this channel grows by leaps and bounds.
I mean, at the end of the day, right? Our whole thing with this channel, I guess, is that we're just hanging out, having a good time.
Yep.
That's how we started. That's how we've grown. And it just keeps growing well beyond Chris and I, our expectations for what hanging out means. You've joined the team, right?
Yeah, but I just want to see the channel grow, and I will leave you with my favorite quote.
Oh, no.
Do you have it?
You
First,
gotta wait till Chris comes back.
Okay,
because
so
he has to shoot that
let me
entire
ask you
glass
this.
of whiskey.
all right, so then I'm gonna do something. And when he comes back,
Uh-huh.
we're gonna. Do you have a favorite quote?
I don't have a favorite.
You
quote.
don't have a favorite quote.
Well, I mean, I do,
Like-
but not for a toast, not for like
Okay.
not like an Irish pub situation.
We'll find out if he's released his 750 milliliters of liquid. I will say the best thing you guys could have ever done was put a bathroom down here.
Oh my God, I completely agree. The fact that we have a flushing toilet at this point in our career. Thank
For
you.
those of you that said that
you
shit doesn't flow upwards, I beg to differ.
Thank you for everyone who's ever supported us to get us a toilet.
You know, you
where we are.
You guys have broken the mold because people say that shit doesn't go upwards. That's wrong. We have living proof that it does.
Christopher.
Are you all right over there?
He says,
I wonder if he's
okay. We have a last shot for you, sir.
He's looking for something. What are you looking for, bud?
Not now. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come to the camera.
Hey, we had a guess at how much liquid that you released, and I said like a fifth. Am I close?
Oh no, we're not even close.
Okay, so do you have?
I retain much more water than that.
So do you have? What are you, a camel?
Camel
So do
back.
you have a? I have a favorite quote to toast to. Do you have a favorite quote? Do you like to go out on? Do you have a
I
favorite
don't know it by heart. I actually Whiskey Vault has said a few
pour
that
into
I
it?
absolutely love.
Yeah.
And
Big
I
glass.
also did a toast at Lyle's wedding that I really liked, but I don't remember.
Oh, your toast at my wedding was fantastic.
All right, so
Yeah, and I wish I remembered it right by
If you-
heart, but I don't.
if we're done, I have a toast to go out on. But if you
Yeah,
gotta
let's
wrap up,
do it.
Huh?
What is this?
It's the Infinity Bottle.
Oh, that would make sense why it's really
All right,
weird. It almost
ready?
tastes Irish.
My favorite toast
Yes.
is "It's nice to be important."
Hold on. Go ahead.
It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice.
Oh, beautiful.
That's deep.
All right,
Like that.
children, it's good to see you. Until next time.
Happy New Year.
It is a Happy New Year. I agree. Guys, we'll see you here in a month or so. Please come back and join us. We would love to see you here in a little bit. We hope to do these every month. Otherwise, follow us, subscribe, get back with us on a weekly basis. Do a weekly basis, try a weekly basis, depending on how much we're releasing.
Who knows?
And then we'll do another live here in about another, 30 days-ish, we hope.
Should we do it until next time?
Where you did a toast.
We're going to have to pour another bottle. Actually, I've got a beer. Yes, until next time,
Whether it be the friends you're chatting with.
the beer you're drinking.
People you're meeting.
Ooh. Or the live stream that you're just barreling your way through.
Or the clothes you've had on for the last 3 episodes.
Grab a buddy and try.